All right, y'all. I am here. Welcome to today's live. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe. Tell your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, everybody that you see. Come hang out with God and KD live daily. Thank y'all so much for tuning into today's live. I am going to be hanging out behind the scenes, doing my thing, kind of like y'all do. Welcome to the live where it is starring God. It is featuring me, KD, your divine cosmic cousin, divine cosmic cheerleader, all things divine. Like I said, I am going to be behind the scenes doing my thing like y'all do. We do have a poll on today's live chat, so be sure that you check out the poll if you see it on the mobile version, because I want to know how y'all feel about Did He Do It. We've had a live chat and react of the what do we call it? Ladies love lies expose. We've had a live chat about the allegations surrounding this man. So here we are, because the question today is, like I said, did he do it? I asked y'all in this particular live how y'all felt about it. I'm like, I believe we had 90% in favor of him doing it, which was quite alarming to me, of how some of y'all felt. So again, today, I want to know, did he do it? So tap into the poll if you see it. Happy September 17th. Happy birthday to everybody that's born today. Happy birthday to all the Virgos. Our Bible verse of the day is coming from Romans 9:17, because it is 9:17. We are reading from the New Living Translation for everyone in their walk of life with Christ. And it says, "For the scriptures say that God told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame throughout the earth." Amen, amen, amen. So you can check out the Bible verse of the day in the description, as well as any discount codes, affiliate links. Give your girl a little commission, donation, whatever the case may be. It's all greatly appreciated. So again, we are here for a live chat and react. Um, I believe, yeah, the live chat. We are all set up for it. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So shout out to everybody that's tuned in today. We also did share this live stream to Instagram, I believe. I don't know if Facebook got invited to the party today. I might invite them to the party, but like I said, go ahead and tune in. Good morning, Sherwin. Welcome to today's live. I don't see the chat up on the screen. Oh, okay. Wait, there it is. All right. Good morning, Sherwin. Thank you so much for tuning in today's live. It's good seeing you rise and shine. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope your day is, the wonderful of most wonderfuls, kind of like you are to me. It's greatly appreciated when y'all tune in, tap in with the live. So, again, rise and shine to everybody that's born today. But now, like I said, I just want to know because when I went to sleep, I saw that they got that man. So I'm just like, I gotta see. I gotta see what's going on. I got a couple of videos saved to the public watch later list on my YouTube channel. So y'all can check out the playlist if y'all want to just check out what I kind of have saved to see what's going on with this man. If y'all want to see what's going on without my commentary. But if you are here for my commentary, we are going to get into it because I really like the way Chronicle speaks. Literally, that's the channel, and that is how I feel. I literally love the way Chronicle speaks, reports, updates. I like the way B with the T reports, updates as well. But hers is only a minute and 45 seconds long, so I don't know how much of reporting she actually put, besides the fact that, just like she put in the title, he was arrested and taken into federal custody. So again, y'all can check it out for the update without my commentary. Tisa Tells also did one that's 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 24 seconds long of him being arrested in a hotel. It was a raid, child details, everything she says we need to know. So that's why I'm like, Chronicle Speaks gave us 8 minutes and 18 seconds. So I'm like, we'll see what she has going on. We also may get into what Tisa has going on if we have the time. But I'm like, we're going to go ahead and start with Miss Chronicle Speaks because I feel like 8 minutes is a good amount of time for us to get the information. Hold on, Lysol. Oh, Lord, hold on, y'all, because I'm a one-woman revolution, and y'all know it's going to take a moment. But I was about to say, see, I want to give her her ad, but Lysol ain't paying me to child, because at this point I done already gave them a little play. But let's just get into it. Let's go ahead and change the playback speed so we not here all day. And let's see what we got going on.
Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
And y'all know, one of my ears is only hearing, at a certain percentage. So I might have to turn it up a bit. If I'm loud a bit, I do apologize. Not really. But it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, I just wanted to come at y'all because, like I said, when I went to sleep, it was some tea to get into. So, I mean, not tea, but we need to have a discussion about this because I need to know y'all how y'all feel. Did he do it? Let's go.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, look at you.
Breaking news tonight, Diddy, a.k.a. Sean Combs, has been arrested in New York after a grand...
Okay, now see, this is the thing that I don't understand about these, because it seems to happen on YouTubers when I hear it. When they say their stage name and then call them a.k.a. their real name, I don't understand that. It's like, shouldn't it be in reverse? Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, Diddy Combs, whatever we gonna call him. But yeah, like somebody said it about Miami. They were like, Young Miami, a.k.a. Carisha. I'm like, you act like her mama didn't name her Carisha. It should be Carisha, a.k.a. Young Miami. I don't know, but yeah, that's just, again, journalism versus bloggers.
Jury indictment. Now, as of right now, his charges are unclear. However, they did say that Diddy was aware that this was going to happen soon.
Okay, so she said as of now, the charges are unclear. See, that's why I'm like, we might have to get into what Tisa said, because I'm like, what you mean the charges are unclear?
Past week, he did relocate to New York to show that he was not a man that was going to run and has been cooperative with the investigation. Now, this is a federal, not a state prosecution, and what we do know from previous cases we've covered on this channel, when the feds swoop in on you, they've already dotted all their I's, crossed all their T's.
Right. That's why I'm like, what y'all mean? Like, the charges are unclear. I thought we were going to go. That's why I'm like, again, we might have to tune in to Tisa because it needs to be given. We got all the information. Get in here, y'all. This is what it is. And Tisa be having a tea, so. And I don't know where her source was. Now she kind of revealing she not gatekeeping her sources as much. But like I said, y'all, I got one ear that's hearing at a certain capacity. It is a little low, so I'm trying to, get back into it. Rise and shine, simply sociable. Welcome to this morning's live. Good seeing you here. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. And yeah, if y'all see the poll, I just want to know, did he do it? The crazy part is I'm always up this early, y'all. I just typically don't start the live this early, but we can do a live chat and react early this morning. Or we would do AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. That would kind of roll us up in here. But yeah, again, we just have some live chat and react. So if we're not going to curate something, rate the rhymes or something like that, yeah, we just going to have a live chat discussion.
They have all the witness interviews, pictures, videos, text messages, and more to prosecute you to the highest extent permitted by applicable law. Needless to say, now that Diddy has been locked up, he is in for a long ride. No Diddy. We are going to cover this and so much more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding this story and so much more.
Right, so that's why I'm like, y'all, make sure that y'all check out Chronicle Speaks and everything else on the Watch Now playlist to tap into these channels, get their commentary, their content, their updates, all that kind of stuff. Because I'm like, she talking about the details aren't clear, but hopefully she giving them to us. So grab your trees, grab your snacks, so we can get into it.
Now let's get back into it. So the need to ponder the question, did
Just like that.
he do it, is no longer needed because a grand jury obviously feels he did before indicting him. So your boy Diddy was confidently strolling through the streets of New York tonight with his son King Combs.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Confidently strolling. See, I didn't know they picked him up off the streets. And I hate to even say it like that because that just sounds crazy. But imagine just, enjoying a life in New York, thinking that everything is going to be okay. And then they crochant you. I will cry. Because you don't be ready for stuff like that. I mean, I guess he should be ready. But I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Not knowing that tonight would be the actual night that the feds would be taking him into custody. Law enforcement tells TMZ that Diddy's arrest was scheduled for Tuesday, but something happened that caused the feds to move in a day earlier. However,
So something was already scheduled and he was trying to enjoy the last little bit. Like, was they stalking him? Because they knew exactly what street to find him on. He got a monitor on or something. Because imagine they schedule something for you. I mean, that happens because even like if you have, like, let's say a scheduled surgery or an appointment or something like that, or something happens and they have some time to bring you in earlier. Child, because that's why I'm like, she wanted to start off talking about the charges aren't clear, but then she said we're going to get into the details. But the fact that they just swooped him off the street of New York, oh my goodness. Where my child? Wow.
attorney Damian Williams says federal agents took him in based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. Now, while these documents are currently sealed, they're stating that they will be opened in the morning, but it appears that this action was taken in connection with the ongoing criminal investigation into alleged sex trafficking and other offenses that led to search warrants being issued and executed at Diddy's homes in both Beverly Hills.
Look, because, y'all, I was trying to let her get through it, so while I give my commentary, we're going to let this ad roll. Because, yeah, Miss, oh, hold on, what's going on? That's not what I don't even know how that happened. I'm trying to let the ad roll. But, yeah, oh, child, because, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the fact that it's in the state of New York, so I mean, I guess I should have known that he did have something going on in the state of New York, which is why they made him stay there. Because that's how he was out. Is that not right? Yeah. That's how he was out, because he was supposed to, yeah, like she said, he's being complicit in everything with the case. So he just needs to stay in New York, not run away, not try to flee to his other homes, wherever they may be. Because they got some, excuse me, y'all. Y'all know my ears. I'm trying to get my ear together. I'm trying to burp y'all on everything to put that pressure on it. But, yeah. Cause I'm like, imagine the state and federal. Cause I'm like, the state got something on him. He already in the state, and then the federal got some other stuff on him too. It's just like this will be a lot going on. Now we not subscribed to Chronicle Speak, so I feel like that was enough.
And changing this world.
But we gonna get through the
Hills
whole
in
thing.
Miami,
So.
and it's being reported that the grand jury has been hearing testimony from various accusers over the last few months.
Oh my goodness, they've been hearing from accusers over the last few months. And they're going to have to present this stuff to this man in their case. And that's why they said it was sealed. Because they're going to have to present all these findings to this man in their case. Oh, man. Okay. So we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur. Not a loving family man, but childlike guest, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, which is true, but off the backs of only God knows what, and maybe the devil and his demons too. And that's just my opinion. I say my opinions where they matter, my platform, and here we are, welcome to my world. Adoring his children, so you say, and working to uplift the black community. Is that what we are going to say? Working to uplift the black community. I'm just trying to think. I'm like, how true can we say that is? Working, Love you. Have a great day. Because I'm just wondering. He be giving out scholarships and stuff. He be helping the needy. He be giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving. And presents on and money to the needy on Christmas and every other day of the week when the needy are when the needy are needy. Cause I mean, he's been active in the black community. Yes, he has. Uplifting. I'm going to keep working to find the examples. Yes, I am.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnafilo, says that we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the black community. His attorney also adds he is an imperfect person but is not criminal.
Now, I can appreciate the fact that this attorney is somewhat not going to play in our face. Because to say he is, he's flawed, that's humanly, absolutely. Okay. You got a few sympathy points there. Not a lot, a little bit. It's not changing anything, but I'm just saying it's appreciated, You got the empathy, the human sympathy, 0.5, 0.25, 0.025 of a vote. And that's why I'm like, if y'all see the poll, tune into the poll of Did he do it? But yeah, to say he's not criminal, not that I've ever been around this man. My mama had, but not me. But I'm just saying, because I'm like, I know people that's been around him now that I think about it. But I'm just like, I ain't never been around this man, never met this man. But it's just some things like, don't y'all think he did it to Kim? That's why I'm just like, and Vicky, and possibly Pop. That's what the people said, but possibly, huh? That's why I'm just like, we got some examples. And then they even said in our last live chat and react that we did with the lawsuit of Dawn's allegations of the underage girls, the violations to them, the D-rugs, the liquid spirits, because y'all know we got to censor it for sensitive ears and YouTube. So those that understand, glory to God, more power to us all. But yeah, like she said, he used to hold them hostage. We saw him beat that girl up because y'all wasn't even going to believe it until it came on camera, because I was going to believe even when they told me. I ain't need to have to see because I seen what I needed to see in him. You know, the energy, the aura of the man, the makeup, okay? Just who he was. Just like we saw him, on Making the Band, just like he's known for being, not necessarily the nicest. Nor am I, but I'm just saying, I ain't a didder. I was just trying to make it the feminine version of, this character. Because we going to hope that that's not Sean. But then again, they say it is. They say his mama made him like that. They say she be doing stuff too. That's just what they said. I'm just telling y'all what they said. No, I'm telling y'all what I heard because that's what they said. Because again, I've never met that woman. I don't know that to be true. But that's what they put out there on the internet. So, Mr. Attorney, I don't know.
His credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with the investigation, and he voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. Please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man.
Okay. So wait, I didn't know that he just moved back to New York last week. I thought he'd been there since all of this stuff went down. So he was in Miami, and he was jet setting everywhere else, say, because he was really just, what was that man's name? Dang, I hate that. That's why we're supposed to remember their name. The people that's no longer here and the people, because I can't even remember which person it was that lost their life and which cop that was still out on the beach hanging out with girls. If y'all know who I'm talking about just from them details, then yeah, him. Because I'm just like, so he was pulling to that. Because, again, I understand if it's your last few days. Yeah, live it up. But like, no. Because you already been living it. You better lay low. Whitney voice. That's why I'm just like, no. Because that ain't right.
Nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court.
Right, that's why I'm just like, he looks forward to clearing his name. Then people have said what they needed to say, and, unlike him, some of them are here to tell their story. So, I'm not certain what clearing of sorts could happen with the allegations that they have sealed and will be unsealed and delivered to you, buddy. Not even my buddy, but I'm just saying. Just want to pet him on his head. Like, it's just like, do you understand? Your money is just really not gonna get you, out of these are, especially if they find them little girls. I mean, I feel like that's just really gonna be hard to do. But like I said, even on my last live chat and react, those girls are gonna grow up and realize that they had no reason being at that man's major parties. For him to be giving them D-rugs, liquid spirits, and violating them is, and then taking in people's phones. Like, it's like, this is the day and age of content, okay? Taking people's phones is like, wait a minute, you're taking my media device. Like, I understand enjoying moments, but like, I don't want to be somewhere where you telling me I can't have my phone, even for safety reasons. Because, even the job will tell you to, like, turn and all that kind of stuff, but they not physically taking it from you. They're just putting their, parameters down and hoping that you abide by them. But you're not coming into your workplace and they're actively saying, put your phone in here to the end of the day. It's just like,
And no matter who Diddy's attorneys are, we all know that statistically speaking, the odds of Diddy actually beating a Fed case, especially after Homeland Security has raided both of his homes, taken videos, pictures, and other documentation, are slim to none because currently federal prosecutions tout above a 95% conviction rate. Now next,
because imagine they have footage of people's testimony, well, his footage, and then they have people's testimonies, and it's matching up, and then they're making him make sense of it. I wonder how he's gonna try to spin it. I'm like, I really do, because I guess the attorney should be confident. A good attorney should be confident. But he got some work to do. He got a job, baby. Because, ooh, buddy, and I'm talking to the attorney now. That one, working his, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I mean, especially on these, we're talking about, I'm like, I gotta find a way. What did I say? Driving into traffic. We talking about driving into traffic. Ooh, and then they talking about they have footage. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Dear Lord.
Your boy Diddy will be in arraignment, and this will happen either tomorrow or in the next few days. And we all know that cameras are not allowed in federal court. However, Sean Combs will appear in court with his attorneys, and at that arraignment, they will advise him of the charges being brought against him.
Okay, because, yeah, that's when he had that dirty money, group. And that's Miss Harper that said that Miss Richardson's allegations, basically she was separating herself from the allegations, said that she had no parts in them, basically, like I said, she is the bootlicker. I hate to say it like that, but that's just, frankly put, just how I'm seeing it, as how she's always been, because she's been the most, we'll say, and I'm like, desperate is a bad word, but I'm just like, she was, the one that was willing to do whatever for the money, the career, like I said, versus Aubrey O'Day, who he couldn't even try like he tried Dawn, who was a strong balance between the two of them. And now Dawn now has, her case against him. And a lot of people say, why didn't she say anything, then what's making her say something now? But again, y'all, these people be on NDAs. These people, he was a prominent figure. Y'all didn't even believe him even until the Cassie video came out. Child, some of y'all still be in the poll talking about he ain't do it. I'm like, let's see what the poll looking like now exactly. Some of y'all still be in the poll talking about he ain't do it. That's why I'm just like, in the first live chat and react, we asked, some of y'all talking about he did. Y'all came back today, said he didn't. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, we like the facts. We play in the facts. We react to the facts as we get them. Because if you ask me, child, before I even had the facts, just in my opinion, and I tell y'all when it's my opinion, I tell y'all what I believe and what's my opinion. In my opinion, he did. Yes, he did.
During that time, he will enter a plea of either.
Okay? Hold on now, because again, we not subscribed, but girl, we gonna let you get your ass and we gonna read the comments. I wish Wendy was still on the air. Right. I would love to hear what you have to say about this. I would love to hear, how you doing? I would love to hear what the Wendy Williams would love to say in that. Ooh, I would love to hear it in that purple chair. No, for real. Me too. Me too. I believe situations like this ones are why she's in the conditions that she's in. Because she's all... Somebody's talking about you like gossip, huh? And you see how everybody scrolled over, because it's not that it's a matter of gossip. It's a matter of this is stuff that's going on around us in our real lives. And if you don't talk about stuff like this, you could be a victim. I'm just saying, okay? So this is why we, not necessarily expose, but this is why we put things out there. That's how they got Miss Cleo. I mean, no, because Miss Cleo was playing around. Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuned in live. I'm like, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We in the algorithm as we should be. That's what I like to see. All right, but yeah, we're on the second ad. It's almost done.
Either
Perfect.
guilty or not guilty. And since his attorneys are already saying that he's looking forward to proving his innocence in court, we all know how he will plead.
Right. He said he's looking forward to proving his innocence. So that's clearly how he's going to plead innocent. That man said... I was trying to think of the was there any catchy Monica Lewinsky quote? It's always a scandal. I'm like, okay, if the glove did not fit, it'll fit. If the glove did not fit, you must have quit. That was a good, scandal one. He's gonna pull one of those. Was there not a good Monica Lewinsky quote? Oh, the allegations with that woman, that one. He's gonna pull one of those. Oh, I can't wait to see what his line gonna be for his little court thing. Oh, what they gonna say for his little catchy line. Cause I'm just like, he's pulling one of those already. So I wonder what they're cooking up so they can, like I said, get that sympathy, empathy, pull on your heartstrings as a human being. Like, he is a good man. All this money he's made in business. Because I'm like, then people feel like that about my boy Donnie. But Baba Donnie safe. He ain't never did nothing to nobody except the people that needed something done to them. That's Donnie pay up Trump. Like he said, there was a terrorist, so he didn't go to the president of that country. He just went to the terrorist and sent him a picture of his house. And the terrorist said, how did you get that? You don't want to know. Just know I know where you live. That's all Donnie was trying to say, He was for the people. Who you know been off because of Donnie? We ain't heard nobody. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He ain't did nothing to nobody. So regardless of how you feel, he ain't did nothing to nobody. Except do good. But I'm just saying, violent, he ain't had nobody. He ain't even had nobody to do. He'll get his hands dirty himself. Like he said, he a Gemini. But we love it from the longest distance because they are scary. So be very aware. But yeah, this man, they're talking about he ain't no criminal. Are they? They got to be cutting up. And he's talking about he gonna prove his innocence. What innocence? It's so many people alive to this day that are traumatized by you, that are willing to give witness testimony, that more than likely have, which is sealed and what will be unsealed when your lawyer get it. I'm sure the lawyer already got it. It's 7:45 Eastern Standard Time.
Then they will question how bail will come into play. Now, will prosecution actually let him out on bail, or will they keep him in pending trial due to him possibly being a flight risk or possibly being a harm to the community?
And that's true too, because, right, we need to see if they gonna hold him in there or if they gonna let him out. Because I just want to see, is he a risk to the community? Yes. I'm like, they need to keep him in there because even if he tried to set up some, you do this, get this message out there, he need to be watched and surveillanced. They need to make sure that he is held accountable, and because these crimes are serious. Again, there are young girls right now that are going to have to wait a decade or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever the case may be, however long it takes for them to actually realize that them being at this man's parties with drugs, liquid spirits, being violated, underage, was not something that they ever needed to be doing. Just to say they were hanging out at this man's mansion. No.
I'm sure that Diddy's attorneys will argue how he's been cooperative and showing that he even moved closer to help them take him into custody. However, this would be the time that Diddy's resources would come into play in him getting good attorneys to actually fight on his behalf. Now, we've all seen the infamous video of Diddy attacking Cassie that finally made Diddy admit to his wrongdoing.
And that's crazy because I'm like, if that's what made him finally admit to his wrongdoings, that's crazy. So because I'm like, yeah, like I said, it's a lot of y'all even in the poll right now because that's exactly what I was doing while I was listening. I'm just checking the poll to see what the poll results are. But a lot of y'all just for whatever reason don't want to believe that this man is not possibly a monster, because it's sad to even say that he's a monster because this is someone's father. And when these are men that are in power in business and in their families, you don't want to believe that they're not good people because they always present themselves to be. But it's a little unnerving the way that people in power can play you, because again, the power lies in the people. So for the people collectively to not be that bright, it is not good for the collective of the people.
However, assault and sexual assault are not federal crimes. These crimes are prosecuted in state court, so
Okay, so SA. Okay, so that's only in state. So yeah, they're keeping. Okay, so basically, they're keeping the small charges with the state. Yeah, and the big charges with the federal, which is rightfully so how it's done. And like I said, that makes sense of why New York was like he needs to stay in New York, because New York is the one that is dropping the hammer on the charges that they have. Because I'm not certain where his charges are, which is why I'm tuning in to keep up now, because y'all know I'm starting to politic and stuff like that, especially because literally this presidency is coming up and our lives are at stake. Our lives are in our hands. And as a collective, I have to make sure that we are all on the up and up and our frequency is vibrating high enough. Intelligence is voting high enough, literally. That's how God want me to put it, simply put. Amen, amen, amen. Resonate with that. So,
More than likely, the actual charges against Diddy brought in this federal indictment will allude to some type of crime with an organization attached to it.
whoa. I wasn't expecting her to say that. More than likely, it will have an organization attached to it. Because is he not the organization? That's why I'm like, attached to it. Oh, so this is where they start talking about other people and stuff. And this is how other people start getting, I'm like, what's it called? Because I was about to say summoned, which is pretty much what it is, but subpoenaed into the courts, because people start telling. Not only do people start telling, like we said, not even we said, but I mean, it's been reported that they have footage. They have whatever it may be in tape and whatever type of footage that they may have. So it's just like a lot. I don't even know, but I mean, it's him and others, because I don't know how many others, but it appears, like she said, it may be an organization, him and others that are attached to this. Mm, 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 mm,
To sex trafficking. It's being stated that Combs' arrest happened in a Manhattan hotel lobby, and he is currently being processed. Now,
Okay, so because I was like, how did they get him walking, just randomly walking from wherever he was in New York? That's why I'm like, was they stalking him? But they was waiting for him to get back to that hotel. Still stalking. Well, I guess they knew where he was, because I guess he told them he would be complicit in staying in New York. So they knew where he was. And again, Krishan them went right up in that lobby. Or maybe, I don't know, because I'm like, because somebody said Krishan got tipped off. But child, Krishan Diddy friend. So, child, that there's also that. It's what they criminal cells do. Child, exactly. Because he hang around criminals. He hang around Krishan. Apparently beat Limby up for Krishan. Like, that man, that's what I'm like, for him to say, talking about he's flawed, yes. But to say that he's a good man is a stretch. To say that he conducts business, I mean, he did have, successful businesses. I'm not certain exactly how, but that's why I'm like, exactly, because I don't know what was done behind the scenes. But again, only God knows, and maybe the devil and some of his demons too. I don't know. So,
although the criminal charges are major, they were not an unexpected takedown of one of the most prominent producers and most famous names in the history of hip hop. Now,
right. And that's very true. And that's why I'm like, I wonder if this is whatever is sealed is what is going to be the takedown. Because, right, nothing has happened to the point where it was an immediate takedown. Now, looking at this photo that he has, don't he look like Clinton Powell a little bit? That's his name, Clifton Powell. I'm like, his skin is amazing. But, yeah, just looking at it, kind of look like a slimmer Clifton, whichever his name is, Powell, if that's his name. If y'all see it in the face.
Cassie Ventura stepping out with her detailed lawsuit late last year, that was indeed the catalyst in getting others to feel safe and coming forward and telling their own story.
Which is sad, because I'm glad that she did get especially monetary compensation in her justice. Because no, it does not make everything better, but sometimes it is good to be able to afford to go to the spa to relax your mind from all the trauma that you have had to endure, or whatever physical scarring that may have happened. Hopefully nothing has changed, that's permanent. Hopefully not, but it could possibly be, because I've seen, even before this, y'all remember that video where Cassie I think she posted it, and she was curled up in a blanket on the floor, and he was like, "Get up, baby, get up, get up." But it basically looked like he had been stomping on her, kicking on her, and she was just kind of like in the fetal position, like not trying to be bothered. She used to walk around with big sunglasses all the time, probably because she had eyes. Again, apparently Dawn has said she's been around where he has that lady in the stomach and, socked it to her in the stomach around Neo, Usher, other men. Again, and that's one thing that bothers me, when other men let other men have bad behavior and don't say anything, and then people say something to women about it, and I find that quite ridiculous, because we correct a man in his bad behavior. That's what you should be doing, especially when it's to someone's father, because again, them twins are just a little too grown for my liking, and it's not even a little too grown. The twins are just way too grown. Like, there's no reason. They dress like they are literally 18 plus. And even still at 18. I mean, but I don't know, because I was like that. From 18 to like 27, it's so fun to be a little scantily clad and have fun. But not necessarily for men, because I saw someone post a quote that said, men think that we dress for them, but if they weren't around, I would dress, even less. Which is very true. Because sometimes I want to walk around in just a shirt and a top. A shirt and a top. What the world? A shirt and some underwear. And then that just be it. Kind of like Cameron Diaz on Charlie's Angels, when she just wakes up in like a tank top and underwear. And it just kind of be that. I just want to be, and even barefoot and all. Just want to be able to walk out just like that and enjoy nature. But you would never be able to do that because of the sexualization that is endured in, especially America, because that's where I'm at. And I can't even say just in America, because it happens even on YouTube, because I'm not the only person that it's happened to. It's been a discussion on someone else's YouTube live that I was on, and I was just like, wow, it's just a lot to say about men. It's just very telling.
And I can guarantee you that now, with everything that's happening, Diddy probably wishes that he would have just paid her off when she first requested him to do so, as opposed to her actually having to file a lawsuit, which ended up costing him in the end, both financially and now putting him behind bars.
Which is very true, because when you put it like that, that is the catalyst that started everything, because Cassie did choose to do things in private. He chose to ignore her, like, belittle her, girl, you ain't getting nothing. The world thinks that I am the most amazing business owner out there, so it's no stopping me. I am Mr. Invincible, untouchable. I mean, invisibility cloak on me, nothing happens to me, is literally how he was feeling. Like, wasn't he trying to escape the first time they harassed him? I don't even mean to say harass him, because they need to go get him. But the first time that they went to go check on him, wasn't he trying to like be on his private jets? Because it was a whole mess going on. But yeah, if he would have given, again, at least given her the money so she can have, again, where she is having a moment of PTSD of what he's done to her, she can go to, like I said, a spa and get a massage and relax on his dime. At this point, everything should be paid for by him. Yes, especially because he held her hostage for all them years. Dawn told us, if he's taking phones, imagine. I don't even know if that girl had a phone all the time. Girl, when was she talking to Lauren London and all these other besties? I can only imagine the stalkingness on that phone, because especially as a parent, if your parent can, have that little stuff where they can read your messages in the background and all that stuff and keep tabs on you, especially if it's iPhone, I wouldn't be surprised if he linked it to her iCloud. Child, if they got to share the same iCloud, so he can absolutely see what messages are being sent off that phone. He just give her a phone with his iCloud in it, and whoever she talked to off of it is who she talked to off of it, because she only supposed to talk to him anyway. I'm just saying, I could see how controlling this man could be. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying I could see how controlling at the very least this man could be, because it could be so much more beyond that, because I'm not evil to even think about to vibrate on whatever frequency he could be thinking on to do such heinous acts to people. And that's what acts is in the book of the Bible. Yeah, not even just things. Acts. Acts. Amen, God. Hallelujah. That's why he was like, don't leave out, don't say things, say acts. And I had to say it. And once I said it, that's why I realized. That's even the books of the Bible. God is serious about them acts. Be a doer of the word and not just a hearer. Literally. So I'm like, tap into the Bible verse of the day. It is in the description. It's always in the description. Get better at putting it on a community wall, too. Tune in, tap in, subscribe, and all that stuff, y'all.
The first but not the only person to file suit against the disgraced ex-mogul, claiming years of abuse, including...
That is so funny. Now, she called him the disgraced ex-mogul. Mogul. I know that's right. Right, because she's not the first person to come out and say that he's done something to me, because even Dawn has come out to say something. Even before Cassie said something, there was that Russian man or whatever that was detained and was talking about the things that was happening with Diddy and how he was, his... And I think that man is no longer alive. I'm like, I had to censor the words, y'all, but he was XEX spelled backwards, and I'm like, SLAVE, child. Just put it like that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like, I don't even think that man is alive at this point. But I saw that information on YouTube where he was just like, yes, I was in these, FOs with Diddy, and I believe it was Cassie and men, and whatever the case may have been. That's why I'm like, y'all, it's on YouTube. Like, if it comes across your feed, it does. If not, y'all can search for it. But I'm like, just look for it. I'm like, just search his name. I'm sure stuff will come up. I'm like, just search that Mr. Puffy name, because I don't even like calling him the diddler. But
beatings and the R word. Her suit also alleged that Combs engaged in...
Exactly. And the R word. Like, he's very much that as well. Like, he's a walking walking red flag violation. He is a menace to society, because, again, especially as a father, the fact that he can have underage girls at his party, say that it's a buffet, and say this is what we do. It's crazy. Like, this is what you do. And again, Kim is gone. Like, y'all.
Sex trafficking by requiring her to engage in forced sexual acts in multiple jurisdictions, and by engaging in harboring and transporting of Cassie for purposes of sex induced by force, fraud, or coercion. So it's not...
Well, sheesh. I'm like, that was tough to take in. And it's crazy even saying tough, but that was, again, very telling. That's why I'm like, even for y'all to be on this poll when I'm asking, did he do it? And y'all just are split in this poll. It blows my mind, because, again, we should have absolutely, again, the power of the people is in our hands. We are the people. Luckily, we have 80% in favor, but the fact that 20% believe that he did not do it, I don't know what's up with y'all. I don't know.
The feds did not have enough information to go off of. However, they work in receipts just like we do. And just last week, federal authorities started to double down on the ongoing investigation that surrounded the sexual assault and trafficking accusations that were leveled against Mr. Sean Diddy Combs.
But see, if they would have taken people seriously, again, because like I said, that Russian man was detained, and he was just talking about, everything that was going on at this man's, FOs. But nobody believed him. They were like, Diddy. Because this happened, I guess, we'll say like early 2000s. I don't remember exactly, but like I said, you can do your own research. I'm just telling you what I've seen. I'm bringing you the information. I don't have the exact facts because it's not in front of me to give them to you. I'm just giving them to you to the best of my knowledge and informing you that is given to you the best of my knowledge. And I would advise you to do your own research in who has, like I said, given an expose on this man, because it's not like it hasn't been out there. Even in Kim, ask the people that worked for him. Again, we always acting like there are people that aren't alive to give this information. Now that God just made me have that light bulb moment, there are plenty of people, even the nanny that got fired. Because I'm like, of course you can't ask the kids, but I'm sure the kids wouldn't want to, do anything that's going to have their father in jail. So it's because that's going to change their quality of life. I completely understand. But you can ask the nannies. You can ask, again, other employees. Again, now they have, like they said, sealed documents. So again, there's Dawn, who was an employee. Yeah, there are people that are alive that can testify to this man's character. And that's just the bottom line. A testament of this man's character is all that's essentially needed. I can't even say, well, yeah, because we just need to know from the people that are alive, what are their experiences with this man. Not just giving us their opinion. Give us the facts. What was the situation? What did you do? What did he do? So that way we can all form our own opinion on who this man really is in each situation. Again, not based off someone's opinion, but based off the facts. They can tell us what happened. They can tell us how they felt. They can tell us, whatever the case may be. But yeah, we have people who they can ask. They better stop acting like they can't do the research. Because again, God just gave us the light bulb moment. And if we don't even have the degree to think these things, I'm sure that's just the basics bottom line, because that is just the most common sense thing to think. Is just go back. Again, y'all want to ask references to get the job. Use the references of the employees. Those are the real reviews of the employer, of the company, of everything. Shoot. Ethics, morals, employee, that'll definitely tell you. I promise you that.
And just as soon as things seemed like they could not get any worse, the embattled rapper and his former girlfriend, Daphne Joy, who is also the baby mama to 50 Cent, was named in a grand jury subpoena issued merely weeks ago.
Girl, because I was just about to say, not Cent baby mama. That's the first thing that I was thinking. Not 50 Cent baby mama, y'all. I'm so used to having censored stuff on YouTube. I be censoring the wrong words quite often. But cause yeah, till I won't need no copyright issues. Won't need no issues with YouTube at all. But wow, Miss Daphne, girl, what were you doing? Cause baby 50, he like to talk that stuff, but y'all, I don't know about him as a father either, child. I feel like he could do better. Because I'm like, is that Sire, Mom? Whatever it is. Because not Diddy. 50. I ain't even going to say all them kids. Because I know it's just an older one. And I think that's the one that he really don't take care of. And then I think it's one that's autistic. Is he that parent that doesn't do the best or do what he should for the autistic parent? And that's why I'm like, especially if that's her with that baby. That's why you was doing that? Nah, I don't know for certain. But we got the internet right here and we can figure it out. So let's go with Daphne Joy. Let's see, because they tell you the children, don't it? Because I'm like, okay, so yes, Sire is her son. And that's what I said. One of the children is autistic, but I don't know if it's Sire. Or I'm like, I don't remember if it's this particular family, but I'm like, okay, but yeah, that is, he's a Virgo. Happy Virgo season. Y'all know how we do. So even if you're autistic, he'll be good, child, especially if you're a Virgo. But yeah, okay, so that is Sire's mom. Sire, whatever, Sire, however she pronounces it. I try my best because I have a decorative name.
Subpoena called for the hotel to hand over reservation records involving Diddy, Daphne, and other associates of Bad Boy Entertainment CEO.
And that's all I'm saying. The smartest thing to do is ask the people around him. They still alive. What are your experiences with this man? Especially in situations where they have videos. You can ask them the first 6 questions. Is this not you? Is this you? Yes. All right. Now let's keep moving on. That's why I'm just like, this will be so fun. You know, for my life, I never wanted to get into law because I don't want to do nothing to nobody. Good morning, men. It's Rise and Shine. Welcome to the live. Good seeing you here. Thanks for tuning in and leaving some love in the chat. I be running my mouth, but I just saw where it popped up. Good seeing you. Hope all is well. And yeah, I'm over here running my mouth about the diddler because we don't even like to call him by name. Pup Diddler. And yeah, if you can see the chat. If you can see in the poll, tune into my poll, tap in, let me know. Do you think he did it? Did he do it? Because like I said, I think he did. And I'm glad that they are asking the people around him, like I said, that they should do. Even though I said it first. But I'm just saying, I'm glad I was on the same page as them. That's right. Ask them people.
The subpoena specifies the period from January 1st, 2008 to the present, asking for check-in and check.
Ooh, baby, they went back to 2008 because I'm telling y'all. Yeah, baby. Yeah, just like Dawn said. Dawn stuff was happening in 2009. And that's when, this is when he was really starting to, this is, the change of the millennial. Because, it was from the early 99s and 2000s. And then we're moving into that 2010 era of things, and especially in 2008 2009, this is when reality TV was at an all-time high, especially on Bravo. This is when the Kardashians first came out. This is when a lot of money was being made in that Hollywood industry. This is when the scandals were coming out. Reggie Bush was playing, y'all. This is when, oh my goodness, when the money was money in. So I'm like, they went back then. Baby. And that's why I'm glad, even pull them employees from back then. Tell us what he was back then. So we can do a side-by-side comparison of him then and those times to now. So we can really know, did he do it? Because like I said, I think he did. I really think he did. I really do.
Out dates, room numbers, guest preferences and requests, and billing information, including room service. Federal prosecutors also requested email and mailing addresses and phone numbers, along with forms of payment such as cash and credit cards.
Now, I don't know what that got to do by anything, because why y'all even requesting the food? Who cares about the food that was ordered? Unless it's going to be some type of synonymous terms with something that will, as we censor this word, drive you into traffic. I don't really know. Cause see, I don't really know what that whole rooms, cash or credit, room service. If y'all not asking who was there, camera footage of who was there, that's what I wanted them to get. Cause now sometimes I feel like they're playing our face, and I don't like that. Cause we done already known that he does have a pull on, but he ain't even got no money. Because I'm like, how could he have pulled on somebody if he ain't got no money? I already know, but I guess he'll probably behind the scenes, like, if you get me out of this, then I get my money back up, and I got you when I get back up. And then I don't know, maybe they hold him to his word, because again, he's already had child security and cops, police on payroll wherever he fly him out to on his private jet, and hold their phones hostage. Right.
Prosecutors further asked for the computer IP addresses and logins for the individuals, as well as copies of their identification and vehicle information. What's more,
okay, so computers, IP addresses. Can y'all link that to something? I hope y'all can really do that with something, because again, I feel like the easiest thing to do is go back and get surveillance. And that may be hard depending on what server is used, especially because even on the internet, they say most things are gone in that like 8 to 10 year time frame, especially because they screw up things. But I feel like they know how they could get it to them servers and get what they want to get when they want to get it. So as long as they ask the important questions, the questions that matter, because again, I'm not certain how any of this stuff is going to tie into anything, because again, there are other questions that I feel like they could be asking, and I hope they're not playing in our face, because that'll really piss me off.
Inquired about surveillance footage at the hotel.
That's what I like to hear. See, because all that other stuff, that's why I'm like, I hope they can link the two together. Because for me, the simplest and easiest thing to do would be to get the surveillance footage, link it up with people, grab those people, make those people testify and say what they did. Now, you got to give them people immunity, because if they commit crimes, you got to give them people immunity, because they don't be trying to case me up in this stuff with this man. Because, yeah, I will tell you I was held hostage. I was threatened. Baby, what? Don't be just trying to think you can do whatever you want to with me. But get my immunity and protection afterwards. Because you got to act real scared of him. Y'all, I'm telling y'all what to do. Y'all, putting it out there in the universe so I can get through the waves out there. Hey. Yeah.
Subpoenas like this lead me to believe that Diddy will not be going down alone, and once this indictment is released, we will learn about the sick things Diddy has been involved in.
Yeah, because y'all know they're going to put all the documents all over the internet. I can't wait to get into them, react to them. I'm telling you, because it's not even, I like playing with the facts, because people tend to favor a man like this, believing that he's a good man because of a mask that he may wear, and most oftentimes these individuals not just villains, because sometimes villains are created, but sometimes they're vile, and vile is just a part of their makeup. So he is not only vile, he's not only a villain but vile. So yeah, when it comes to him, people like that definitely need their expose, so that you know to stay away. And that's just really what it is. You just, again, you have to be protected, because unfortunately, when you don't put the expose out of these people, it continues to happen. I was about to say it could happen to the next person, but God wanted me to say it continues to happen, because that's the bottom line. Amen, amen, amen. And that's why I'm like, we got to listen to God. We definitely got to be good stewards. That's why I'm like, y'all tap into my BAGS, be a good steward Bible study. Okay? Because the way to the bag is to be a good steward of God's will and word. Not doing any of these heinous, vile acts. That's why I said only God knows what, and maybe the devil and his demons too. And I'm like, that part I don't participate in. I only want to do what God will and wants for me. Okay?
Now, with these things Cassie, Little Rod, and Don have all included in their lawsuits, I have a feeling that these accusations of young girls being drugged and taken advantage of by not only Diddy, but a lot of his famous associates, things are going to get pretty bad.
See, cause like they said, they was at them parties with them celebrities, and he was giving underage girls D-rugs, liquid spirits, violating them, like, and telling his friends it's a buffet. And again, because these are young girls and they're at these events, they don't know their limits. They don't know, they don't even know that they're being taken advantage of, because all they see is the highlight of what's considered to be the quote high life, end quotes, which is really crazy, because it's such a facade. And it's sad because you just think that it's just all glitz, glamour, and fun, because I can't say anything. I've never done anything like this, but I've been a young girl, and I understand, like, I am obviously a girl, so I know what it's like to be a teenager and be impressionable, because again, when I was growing up, my mama was hanging out with Diddy, so I thought that was something that I was going to be doing, and the fact that I was not, I see why God wouldn't let me do it, because by the time he had gotten the amount of money, again, because again, you see, they going back to 2008, 2009. By the time I would have been of age to hang out with him at my mom's age of being 25, 26, that would have been, I don't know, what, 2000, child, not five, my bad, 15, child, I'm like, hold on, like, Child, I don't even see my handy dandy calculator, y'all. And I'm like, it ain't even that serious. But yeah, it would have been that 2015 era, whatever the case may be. Or even if I was someone that was underage, I definitely would have been underage. Especially in 2008, 2009. I would have been, child, 15, that would have been 15, 16, 17-year-old me, just like these girls. So to have been there, and Diddy's like, oh, come hang out at, my mansion. My sons are going to be there. We'll have a pool, we'll have a party, we'll have a DJ, all the food you can eat. The celebrity friends will be there. It'll be a great time. I mean, literally luring you in with all the bait that is everything that a 15, 16, 17-year-old girl would want to do. I could see how they would be impressionable. I thank God that I've always been a child of God, so I've always had more discernment not to do stuff like that. But again, I'm still a human, and I can still see how other people's may have fallen victim to stuff like that, especially of their upbringings. Thankfully, I've always had people around me to tell me I am the most amazing thing that's ever happened to them. I'm my mother's only child. I'm my father's only daughter. I'm my grandparents' only granddaughter. I'm the only niece. Like, my family has always gravitated towards me. Even people in the world have always gravitated towards me. So for that being my life, I've always grown up with a lot of love. So that is always that has always kept me out of situations like this, because I've never had a lack of love around me. Now, attention, yeah, sometimes I always wanted too much attention because I love the attention. So that's just me. But it still never made me fall prey or victim to a man in this capacity, because sometimes it has, especially with love being a drug and me, loving attention. I don't even want to say fallen prey or victim to anything like that, but I've had my fair share of circumstances with men. But I have also, again, thank God for my extremist ways and my cognitive dissonance, because I'll come back to life, back to reality real fast. And it's just like, well, wait a minute. No. So, again, other girls don't always have that. Other girls don't. So, I've seen girls be in bad predicaments, and I've seen why they have fallen, victim, unfortunately, or, prey to men. Even as someone that was in elementary school, not even elementary school, I'm sorry, middle school, because I was at least 10 to 13 years old in middle school, and these girls were dating dudes that were, 16 as, 13-year-olds, and it was just like that. Like, girl, you in middle school, he in high school. Like, girl, like I said, I don't think they were dating grown men. I think they were just, going up to at least 16, telling them they were 16, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I wasn't doing that. But when I heard they were doing that, I was just like, child, because these weren't even my friends. This was just stuff that I heard around the school. I never saw them go with them boys, but them girls never denied it. They also did not care. So that's how I knew it had to have been some truth to it. So it was just like, child. But again, you grow up as someone that has been alive 3 decades, and those girls will look back and realize, that they were taken advantage of because of whatever may have been lacking in their life, whether it was emotional, financial, emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever it may be. You get taken advantage of, and it's unfortunate.
I am seeing something along the Epstein level. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about Diddy's arrest? Do you feel like he will be granted bond? And what is the likelihood of Diddy beating the feds?
And she says she is giving, like, saying, sheesh, Epstein. I mean, the black version, I'm like, now that I think about it, and she called it for what it is, she ain't wrong. It's definitely giving the black version of the Epstein. That's why I'm like, why does the room service thing matter? Like I said, unless they're going to tie that to terminology for, being driven into traffic, I'm not certain what they're going to do, especially the IP address, because I'm like, are they going to use that as far as, like, the research, like, that was used for this? Like, I'm not certain. But I definitely do want to hear from y'all. That's why we love having a live chat. We love having a live poll of, do y'all think he did it? That's why I'm like, as far as the live poll is, we have 86% for absolutely. We have 14% for he did not. Which, again, I love hearing y'all's opinion, because I state my opinions where they matter. My platform, here we are, welcome to my world. And I love hearing y'all's opinion. That's why we do the live chat. Thank y'all for tuning into the live chat, the live, the replay, all that good stuff. So yeah, like, we'll get back into it,
I want to hear from you. Leave a comment, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below.
That's exactly that. I'm like, that's exactly that. So I am going to get into some of the comments that is on the video, because the video comments are my co-host. I'm trying to, let the rest of this video play, so that way if there's an ad break, I don't even know if it is, but yeah, y'all tune in to Chronicle Speaks, that way y'all can get her some ad revenue, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was back to the wishing Wendy Williams was on air. Somebody talking about, Wendy, wake up out of your sleep, girl. The tea is piping hot. And it's so funny, because honestly, so somebody is talking about that this man is not going down alone. He's going to be in for a hell of a fight. What goes on in the dark comes to light. That is very much the case. His attorney is full of it. No, honestly, but I'm like, as an attorney, that is your job, to do your absolute best and get the least sentencing for your clients. But as far as prosecution, I really hope they stick it to him, because he deserves it. Like, it's not like it's not rightfully deserved. Again, because y'all needed to have some type of footage to even get us here, which is sad that Cassie's footage has to be exposed, because my question is still, where did that footage come from? I still don't know where it came from. It's like, where did it come from? It's like, who put this out? But it said they better not give, another comment says they better not give him bail. He's going to move in with Russell Simmons. Child, shut up, because that's why I'm like, right, Ooh, and again, that now that she say that, I'm like, that is why they said that Russell Simmons took himself over to the Bali. I mean, yes, it was very on brand for him, because he loves to do his not even rest, but relaxation, mantras, meditation. So Bali was, smart for him. But they also said again that was, for him running away. But again, that man is not going down alone. And especially with Aoki out there yachting, that's a part of me that I was never expecting. But again, Kimora and Russell's age gap is just like, when it's brought out, it all kind of makes sense. And another comment said, it's been a long time coming for old Puff Daddy. Rest in peace to Biggie, Crack Meg, Black Rob. Justice for everyone else who was wronged. Right. And then someone says, yeah, also, right, Kim. That's why I'm like, possibly Pac. Says, Wendy Williams, we need you in a purple chair, because this was good. Amen. That's why I'm like, we need her in that big comfy chair. Big comfy purple chair. It's the subtle no Diddy for me. Because I didn't even catch it, child. I didn't even catch it. I'm like, girl, that's when you're supposed to do the time stamp. Because, I had it in hyperspeed. I get my own commentary. I'm just here for the update, so I can update my people and get in my opinion on it. And I can see what they feeling about it. Because that's what I said. I'm always curious about how y'all feel about it. Someone said, the power of finding your voice. I thought Cassie was so brave for speaking out and speaking her truth. After realizing all the trauma she's been through, I find it more amazing. Her act of courage was a catalyst for justice for so many. Bravo. And yeah, that is very true. That is very true. Someone said, good thing Cassie has the right complexion. If not, mainstream media would have totally ignored the story. That's crazy, because that I can agree with that. Someone talking about she is black. I understand that. And brave. Okay, I understand that. Talking about I don't consider her brave. That's kind of crazy. Talking about she's interracial. Her mother is black, Mexican. Oh, wow. And West Indian. Her father is Filipino. That's very true. Her father is Filipino. And her mama got all that in her. Okay. Talking about there goes the number one investigator. Oh, they're talking about Chronicle Speaks. Talking about 238, 75 degrees. I'm watching Chronicle Speaks. Look, she talking about 75 degrees. Watch Chronicle Speaks because she got the tea. I'm like, that's how you tune in. Talking about you can't be off of the people and think you'll never pay for that. That's why I'm like, right. It is rightfully deserved, whatever goes on, because it's not like it's not rightfully deserved. Someone said, tell R. Kelly we said hi. No, honestly, tell Robert we said hello. And Bill, too. Somebody also said, Mr. Puffy won't be beating anything behind them bars in prison, child. Is he going to be doing the bending or is he going to be getting bent? That's going to be the question. He going to be beating something. Because that's why I'm just like, I don't know if he going to be doing the bending or if he going to be getting bent. But I could definitely see a beating of sorts. I'm just saying. Somebody's talking about the mugshot is absolutely terrifying. So my pretty mind. Was that mugshot? I'm like, y'all. They're talking about the opening pic. I'm like, y'all, I'm just here for the y'all. I just listen, but I'm just like, oh, they're talking about the opening pic. I'm like, these are all the same pictures that we've always seen of this man. That's why I'm like, y'all just here. I'm like, maybe she just meant the mug of his face in general. That's why I'm just like, yeah. Because I'm like, I don't recall seeing a mugshot. Everything that I've seen are clips of this man that we've seen before. But yeah, that is pretty much that. Like I said, I found a couple things regarding Diddy. I'm not going to react to the Tisa regarding this Diddy information. She did say it is pretty much everything that you need to know. We only have a certain amount of time. I also have to go to the Snap Partner Summit at 1 today. So I will bring y'all with me for that. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to react. We did a reaction for this. And y'all know I like to be live with the vibe for at least, an hour with y'all anyway. We done been live for the vibes for a good hour now. But another person that I want to know, did he do it, is it says that Matthew Knowles is out here admitting that Miss Beyonce is only bigger. I'm not going to say only bigger, but bigger than Kelly because she's light skinned. So I want to know, did he really say it? Because, I'm like, we pretty much know this, but if he said this, messy, messy, messy. And then, like I said, I'm not certain if we're going to get into this today just because I have some other things to do. But y'all can check it out on the Watch Later playlist on my channel. Like I said, it is the public playlist on my channel, Watch Later. Like I said, there are a couple videos, other videos that we have reacted to, other videos that I'm going to react to. Anything that I'll add to it, y'all can watch on the channel. But like I said, this is the last video that I want to react to before we maybe clock out or at least get started with what Tisa has going on. Especially because I like that the numbers are 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. The nice little play of numbers being around the same. I'm like, I'm going to watch it in my spare time, but it's mad long for us to react to, especially because we've already reacted to a video. We're about to react to this. So that's why I'm like, I'm not certain if we'll get into Tisa in this live. If we don't, that's why I said y'all can check it out on the Watch Later playlist on my channel. But let's get into what Mr. Matthews' messy self talking about Beyonce and Kelly. Because he always talking about them. Let me make sure my playback speed is, so we can actually get through this. Let's go. And shout out to Tea Room for bringing us the tea because I didn't hear anything about this. But let's see where she getting her information from. I'm going to do a quick little browsing. It looks like it's all commentary and older photos because I'm like, I don't see him live. Maybe we have some audio. Maybe it's coming from somewhere else. But we will see. So, yeah.
Female BTTs, welcome back to the channel. We mostly know Destiny's Child for being the popular female R&B group from the early 2000s. Now, of course,
I love that clip of Kelly in that video because that video doesn't even get as much play because that's the old no, 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 no. And I said it that slow because it started off as the slow one. But, when they got with Wyclef, he hyped it up. But this right here, because she still looks like that to this very day. Not that Beyonce doesn't look like the same Beyonce to this very day, but Kelly, oh my God, has always been chef's kiss stunning. God knew what he was doing when he cooked that up. The lady, I mean, the woman is stunning.
We know that there was more members in the 1990s, but we're talking about Michelle, Beyonce, and Kelly, Destiny Child. To make a long story short, Destiny's Child disbanded in 2006. The group announced their split after a world tour in support of their final album, Destiny Fulfilled, which was released in 2004.
Which they could come back and give us an album, because we did what y'all, we let y'all do what y'all wanted to do. Y'all said y'all wanted to separate to have y'all solo careers, and yes, it's going great, but like, y'all could do it just for the fan and just for the fun of it, and just putting on a tour, because the earth could use Destiny's Child coming back to actually give entertainment, high quality music that resonates, that's high vibrational, that's really good music. Like, I would still be here because they all still got it naturally. Like, they still look the same, they still dance, they still sing, they still, I mean, because some of them, like, they be still doing it, but they be struggling. Hate to say it. Like, Escape, they be getting out there trying to still drop it down in them spandex. They don't got it like Destiny's Child still got their flexibility to still Destiny's Child. And that's why I still be trying to get my flexibility back, because I'm just like, them other groups, they be trying and they doing it, but I'm just saying, it be stiff, even in vocals. They be sounding like, because Tamar is getting stiffer. It's always been stiff, but it's getting stiffer. Something happened to her vocals, and she got up there not sounding like Tamar. I wasn't certain what was going on, but again, Destiny's Child has always had it. They could come back at any time, and it would be a sellout thing. I mean, even if they came back and just gave, I don't know. I wouldn't want the old stuff, but they can come out and do those stuff, because again, the world needs Destiny's Child. Because did we get a Destiny's Fulfilled tour? Because even still, somebody played, I was with Grace the other day, she played T-Shirt. I'm just like, girl, you got the vibes on your playlist, because Destiny's Fulfilled is a mood, is a vibe, is a no skips, put on at any time. But all of Destiny's Child music is like that. Like, you can still play it to this day. Even when you need a little pick-me-up, even when you're feeling down, you can find something of their catalog. Like, if you just want to dance, they got something for you. That's why I said we done let them do what they want to do as far as their separate careers. But we done let them do that, and they could come back. Because Matthew's still running his mouth, and he's still wanting to make some money off them. And I would love to see something, because especially as a millennial, you know, I would love to see them in concert as an adult. That would be a time and a vibe for me, because yeah, one thing these girls gonna do is dance. That's why when they did a little snippet at Beachella, everybody loved it, because it works. They work every time. That's why they are DC3. They found what works, and to this day, they made the right decision, because this trio right here definitely still works.
That's when Beyonce took her stand as a solo artist and started to take over the game single-handedly. Now, we know Beyonce
Not and took over the game single-handedly, because it was with a lot of help behind the scenes, because she ain't innocent either. It's a lot of insecurity in this woman. It's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot, and it's because of that man that she chose to be with. That's an age gap. That's low-key predatory on her. The crazy part is he didn't want her, but she probably did all type of love spells and conjuring to get with that man. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's my opinion, because if Krishan is out there doing love spells and she don't even know it, I can't even say that Krishan don't know it, but I'm just saying, writing your name and I love you in blood. I mean, that is, just even making a wish on a candle. Making a wish on a candle, you're really manifesting. Just the act of making a wish and then doing it on a candle is very manifesting. Hold on, y'all. Glory be to God, because my ear just popped. I can hear again. I thank God. God is so good, and I love him, because y'all know that I've been going through it. But see, that's why God is just like, tell it, girl, tell it. Told y'all I was spiritual. Yeah, whatever was going on with me. Thank y'all, Jesus, because I'm just like, my body is releasing itself right now. So, yeah. Again, I thank God, and that's why I thank God every day live. And that's why I'm going to continue to tell my truth and do what God want me to do, because I'm just like, sheesh. I've been going through for the past few days of my ear only working at a certain percentage. So, there's that.
Beyonce's claim to fame, but what about Kelly Rowland? What about Kelly Rowland's...
Oh, but I'm not done with you, girl. Yeah, what about Kelly Rowland? Because, yes, like she said, talking about Beyonce single-handedly took over the game. And what about Kelly Rowland? Well, Kelly Rowland wasn't willing to do the things that Beyonce has done to get on. Even with being with a man that's no good for you. Because, I mean, they saying that he is over there de-rugging her, putting her on all types of liquor. Because when I listen to her songs, even with Drunken Love, even outside of that, I'm just like, she does talk about drinking a lot. Because, I mean, like, girl, she really, I mean, because it's one thing to have a little glass of wine. She, even on 7-Eleven, brown liquor till I fall out. Like, it's brown liquor. Like, girl, you going hard. Like, and that's the fact that she has a brown liquor now, and everybody was like, oh, she trying to, take shots at Megan Thee Stallion because it got that horse on it. I understand she a Texas girl, but that horse was very random. Because I'm like, so now the horse is going to be your symbol because you're a Texas girl. You could have put the hat, but I guess that's too country. But it's brown liquor. You could have put I don't know, child. Or put the, I mean, the horse could have had a person with a hat on it. Because, I mean, it's just like just having a horse on it. But, yeah, the way she drinks now is... And it ain't even now, because like I said, on 7-Eleven, that girl brown liquor till I fall out. So at that point, you was really loving it. And it's just like, girl, you had to take... But I believe that's why Jay-Z, other kids, not allowed to come out. Because she won't allow it. Because I do believe that there are other kids, and I believe that she will not allow it. That's why at this point, talking about did he do it? Did she do it? I believe she did. That's why I'm like, she's going to be somebody that is... child on them tapes with Diddler. Child, I wouldn't be surprised. I would. That's why I'm like, child, them court docs gonna come out. Can't wait to see them.
That's as a solo artist. Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, who was for years the manager of Destiny's Child and almost like a father figure to Kelly Rowland, spoke out and said that colorism is what kept Kelly Rowland from progressing as far as his daughter Beyonce did.
Well, I wonder where he got that from. That's exactly how my face is looking behind the scenes. Because y'all know I look a little bit like Miss Kelly Girl. With the little oval face. That's why I'm like, that's exactly how my face is looking behind the scenes. And shout out to everybody that's tuned in live. Y'all know I'm behind the scenes hanging out like y'all. But I'm just like, I mean, he's not wrong because Kelly is extremely talented. Because told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump like this. Yes, ladies, drama, leave it. When he ain't got it right by now. Y'all know I can't sing, but I'm gonna do it because I'm just like, that right there is always look. What told y'all I was gonna bump like these? Y'all didn't think that I would bump like. Said I told y'all I was gonna bump like these. Turn around, then I make it jump like this. See, when everybody was even trying to really ridicule me. That's why I'm like, the girls individually have music that we love. They're still great artists to this day that you can turn on. The girls as a group make music that we love. You can still tune into it to this day. And that's why I'm just like, they could come back at any time and I'm here for it.
Beyonce's skin tone is what helped her accelerate in the music industry and becoming a successful artist. Allegedly, this is what her father said. Let's go ahead and get into Kelly's career. Now, Kelly's first solo album was in 2002. It was called Simply Deep. That album.
And what's crazy is even that album, I be singing, stole, no one never know. My girl say, what she say? Somebody's got the same size hands as Marilyn Monroe. She put her fingers in the imprints in this Chinese theater shows. She could have been a movie star. Really got a chance to go that far. Life was stole, no one never know. She was talking about some real stuff, exactly, because it was simply deep. Like, this was ahead of its time. But like I said, because of the color, like, people was not trying to give Kelly the time of the day that she so rightfully deserved, because this is a body of work that I still sing in my head to this day, turn on to this day. Like, Simply Deep was good. And that's why I said, even told y'all I was gonna bump like, yes, came on. I'm like, that was good. Even Motivation, baby, let me be your motivation. Yeah, my girl say, go, 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 motivation. Yeah. That's what I try to be, y'all motivation.
Included her Billboard charting song Dilemma. But this...
Oh my God. And that obviously did. No matter what I do, oh, I was just singing that when I went to the Nelly and Janet Jackson concert. Y'all can tap into it on my channel in a Rare Form Weekend playlist. It is a 24-hour live stream. Everything. I mean, I had a vibe, a time. Like, yeah, he performed it. The way he segmented into Even Dilemma was beautiful. Like, yeah, that's why I'm like, Simply Deep was good. It was a really good album. That's why I'm like, it was good. I would give her that.
It was more so Nelly's song, so it helped push Nelly's career.
No, it was not mostly Nelly's song, baby. I don't know what you got going on. I think Room for Tea is a Jillennial. Is that how they say it? Jazennial? I don't know. That sound right. Jazennials. I think she a Jazennial, but baby, as a millennial, that's not the case. That's definitely not, baby. That's why Nelly already had a career. Cause ooh, we going down, baby, and York Street in a Range Rover. That's why I'm like, baby, this is why we started loving Donald Trump. He was one of the first. What? Like he said, I got money, Donald Trump. Let me get it now. Whatever he said in that verse, I can't even think about the song right now. But babe, that's why I'm like, when did we stop liking Donald Trump? And my dad, who had 2 record deals, like he even said, Donald Trump has always been a part of the culture. And that's my daddy is 50 plus years old, child. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's 55. Yeah, he was born in 69. But yeah, 50 plus years old, okay? Like he said, Donald Trump has always been a part of the culture. That's why I'm like, I don't know when people started liking or stopped liking them and started disliking them. Because even like Nene Leakes said, even back in this, again, when they're going back to the Diddy era of when he started doing things in 2008, 2009, this is, I'm cashing a Trump check. Like I said, baby, I could never act like I didn't want to be on The Apprentice. I could never act like, I'm not mixed with Chicago and love hanging out at the Trump Tower. I'm not that type of person. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know when people started disliking Trump. But as far as I'm concerned, they ain't got no problem with my guy.
In 2007, Kelly released her second album, Miss Kelly, which debuted at number 6 on the US Billboard 200. Now, this was good, but Beyonce's solo album, B-Day, was just out, and that made 11th best-selling album in the United States.
Okay, so see, I didn't even realize that they put out albums at this. Oh, yes, I do, because that's the one with Tote, y'all, I was gonna bump like this, and it definitely did not sell like Beyonce's album did. One, I will say, artistry wise, Beyonce's better. That B-Day album, front to back, no skips, was good. It didn't get questionable and having to start growing me until 4. And that's why Beyonce recently put something out about, somebody was just talking about, her being snubbed for a CMA. And Beyonce was like, she didn't feel snubbed because she's at a point of understanding that her music takes months for people to digest. And that's why she didn't even really put out visuals, because lyrically it takes months to digest. And that's very much the case with me, because since 4 came out, I have always said that I don't like Beyonce songs. But then the more that I listen to it, because it's like I want to like it because I know that her artistry is good. And then the more I listen to it, I'm like, okay, it's growing on me. Because especially Love on Top took forever to grow on me. And that's a song that she debuted Blue on. But again, for the album took forever to grow on me. But now I Care is something that I can listen to this day, especially as a Virgo. It's certain songs that it just resonates, like, and especially during that time of my life, like, and maybe that's why it didn't resonate, because whatever I was going through, I did not want to go through, because that it's dark, it's beautiful. I guess it's like a dark fantasy type deal. Yeah, it's deep. So that one, I really wasn't even accepting of life. But yeah, I care that I was here. Oh, even to this day, yeah, I was here. What I lived, I loved, I was here. That, y'all know, that's all my YouTube channel is. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. So for me, musically, but B-Day collectively was a much better body of work than Kelly's album, because just the songs that were mainstream were the songs that did it, because it just seemed like everything else was just a filler song to get her album out. Maybe because behind the scenes they told them that was what they would do for them. They would make sure both of them got out is both, independent artists. It just so happens that B's went further. I don't know. I'm just saying. I could see that being the case. Like, after they split up, it was just like, we promised that, with the group not being together, we'll still do what we do to make sure that y'all have y'all independent bodies of work. Beyonce sold better, and that's just the facts of the matter. Oh, y'all, I don't know what that is, because why I won't play? I don't like that. What's going on?
Beyonce was honored with several awards for her B-Day album, including a Grammy for Best Contemporary R&B Album. And even though Kelly's album, Miss Kelly, was successful, it didn't seem to get as much attention and recognition as Beyonce's. Even as a solo artist who was also working hard and putting out quality music, Beyonce was more favored. Now, this topic is sensitive and a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but as
She's talking about this topic is sensitive and a lot of people don't like to talk about it, which is so funny because that's very much the case. Because again, even when stuff is in y'all face, y'all don't like to accept it. That's why I'm like, let's see where we're at with the poll of did he do it? Because we are at 88% are saying that he did. And then we have 12% that are in favor of him not doing it. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all act like y'all really just have to be, I don't know, because again, stuff will literally be in your face. And y'all will just, I don't know, live with elephants in the room, sweep stuff under the rug, act like it's not there. I don't know what the case is, but I'm not that type of person. I see stuff for what it is. That's the difference.
I said, Beyonce's father last year did an interview.
That's the difference. And then she's talking about Beyonce's father did an interview last year. Girl, last year? Are you giving us this last year? Is it going to lead us into something else?
And he brought this to our attention and decided to break the ice. He said that Kelly wasn't as successful.
So we are about to report on something that was happening last year. Because I'm like, again, that's why I was like, I didn't see an interview of him actually saying this. But he said this in that particular interview. Maybe she's going to add some additional commentary. But I'm sure we know this.
Beyonce due to her skin tone, and Beyonce's success is somewhat attributed to her being light-skinned. I want to go ahead and get into this article from Variety.com because it gets more in-depth.
Okay, that's why I'm like, she bringing us something else? Because look, that's literally what I'm looking like behind the scenes. I'm like, okay, she bringing us something else because we've heard this, but okay. And we love that she gave us the source of Variety. So we'll see what Variety has to say about this, especially if they're going to equate it to modern times of 2024 and the state of where music is now.
As Matthew Knowles says, Beyonce's career benefited, but Kelly Rowland suffered from skin tone bias. Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles, addressed the perceptions of skin tone outside of and even within the African American community.
Because the fact that if he used the word suffered, wow. If he used the word suffered, oh, excuse me. Y'all, that's why I'm like, y'all know I'm still trying to burp because while I'm at like 80% with my ear, I'm like, yeah, I'm still trying to get that pressure in to get it up out of there.
In an interview with Sirius XM, saying that his daughter's career was affected by her lighter skin and that the effects might have been the opposite for Destiny's Child bandmate Kelly Rowland. In the interview, Knowles said that he taught a college class that did its own research study on colorism in the music spanning a period of 15 years and found out that overwhelmingly light-skinned black women fared better than darker skin-toned divas.
So I think I do recall him being a professor because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, he taught a course. I think he did like a master course. I think that's what it was. But I think it was like a course for like an elective credit. Put it like that. Especially if you are going into the field of entertainment or whatever the case may be. Just having some type of master course by someone like Matthew Knowles is, like, I mean, just even like a master course when they do them online. Just saying you have a certificate. Even if you do it online. They have like Kris Jenner, Timbaland, Missy. It's some type of program that you could do online, and maybe it was even just that. I'm not certain, but even if it was at the actual, it might have been at an actual course because, like I said, I think he was a professor in like music, pretty much, because of course he was a businessman before that. But I think it was music. So if they did a study just to see, how music was favored in a study format, along a range of dates, just put it like that. And they ain't got to be long, just a range of dates, because that's how you do science, science fair. I don't know if y'all did it, but we did in Florida. So I mean, we know that just from looking at it, but if you had to study it for it to be so, thank you for bringing us the facts, so that way people don't act like we don't know what we know that we know.
Especially at Top 40 Radio. Among the beneficiaries of perceived bias cited by Knowles or Kane were Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce. So,
Oh. And they gave us some good examples because, yes, these are the people that lead the billboards. Oh my goodness, yes. The Mariahs, the Nickies, because Nicki is lighter. Yes. Especially with her chinkier eyes and her fairer skin, her lighter skin. She is racially ambiguous. It definitely does give what you mix with, especially with, the chinkier eyes, and with her being an island girl, because she's not, necessarily. I think she is American born, because I don't think she's an immigrant. I don't know. I don't recall. I don't remember. I just know she lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens. I do recall that. But yeah, Rihanna is lighter because, like I said, I wonder if Rihanna was darker skinned and didn't have colored eyes, would she still have the success that she has? Because especially when someone made a clip of Rihanna and how she sounded when she first came out, it was given when Cassie first came out. They really could not sing. It did not sound the best, especially when they performed live. And then when Rihanna said something, and then she said something on the red carpet from an interview, I think, and then someone turned it into like a little jingle audio mix or whatever, and it sounded exactly like she sounds in her music. That's when I really was like, now I wonder if she's just talking and they mix it to make it sound a certain way, because I don't know. Because I'm like, now it could be mixed, auto engineered, and she really could just be a really good entertainer. And the mic could be off, and she could just be karaokeing. Not even karaokeing, but lip singing. Because I'm like, karaokeing, you actually are using your vocals, but lip syncing to mixed music.
it's basically saying all of these women benefited from having a lighter skin tone. He also said in the music industry, there's still, and let's just say separation because we can't say the as-gration word, if you guys know what I mean. Programmers, especially at pop radio, have
I'm like, is he trying to say segregate? Like, what? Okay, child.
this imagery of what beauty looks like. If you look back, even at Whitney Houston, even if you look at photos of her, how they lighten her to make her look lighter complexion, because
Okay, now see, in that photo, I thought it was just one. I think it was the lighting, because I tan, and I'm like, I mean, it's September and I still have a tan from July. That's why my ear was messed up. It really messed me up, because I was just thinking the other day how even though life be life and life is still good, because I still have a tan from July, and then my ear just, started giving me issues. But I tan and I'm lighter here and I'm darker here, because she still looks, spicy brown in the arms, but she just looks lighter here. So it looks like they just lightened the makeup to kind of match this area of her face. But at the same time, the makeup in general wasn't even, especially at this time, because this was like the 2009s when makeup was trying to evolve. This one, Mac had definitely come out with, our NW45 and all the other colors that they had in the NW and NC collections. But at this point in time, this is when it was just Maybelline, CoverGirl, yeah, because like makeup artists weren't using the stuff like that. It was still drugstore. Yeah, like this is high end versus actual drugstore. You can even tell this might even be a pencil, child. Not that pencil is not, good, because I love a good pencil, but this is still giving silver blue eyeshadow on black girls back in the day type thing, child.
there's a perception and a colorism. The lighter that you are, the smarter and more economically advantaged. There's a perception all around the world.
Now, that is true, and that is a thing. When she says that, that is very true, and that's a thing, because the way lighter skinned women are treated versus darker skinned women, especially racially ambiguous black women, that's exactly how it happens. And then I just want to pause it right here so that we could take a moment to see Tina for what she used to look like back in the day. Because I'm like, y'all, this woman looks nothing like this anymore. And I understand she may be putting on makeup and all that, but y'all, she looked tired here. And at this point, maybe she was, because they were definitely working overtime to get her where she not only, aspired to be, but, wanted to be. And I don't even want to say needed to be, but that was her goal, to get exactly where she is right now. So these two collectively were working overtime, okay, to do for her. So that could also be very much the case.
About color, even with black folks, there's a perception. Asked by
Girl, not black folks. Not black folks. We couldn't even be black people. It was black folks.
if the prejudice towards lighter tones had any impact on Beyonce's career, this is what he said. He said, I think that it would have affected her success. And I use Kelly Rowland as an example. She's a great example, but the great thing is Kelly did exceptional outside of America, especially in Australia. Kelly sold over 4 million records. She just got off script.
Wait a minute. Not she just got off script, Matthew. Because what was the script? Because like I said, I could see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because again, two things. One, like I said, I could see Kelly not being willing to do the things that Beyonce was willing to do for fame. And so I'm like, we said that. And I think that was honestly the key takeaway, because yeah. Or no, and two, off script being two, that like I said, what if, like they said, after they not even dismembered the group, but did away with the group for, I guess, their fulfillment, because child, they don't need to do that. But once they did away with the group, if they said, we're going to make sure that you all have successful solo careers, like we said, that's why Beyonce and Kelly may have put out albums around the same time, even if, one album may have been, the facts of the matter, sold better than the other. But yeah, that's all. I'm like, again, I could see there being a script. And I'm nosy. That's why I'm glad my ear finally opened up, because I'm like, y'all, we got a politic, and I got to make sure my ear is making sure we can hear all the lies, so we, are making a good informed decision as the people that have the power. And that's why I said I feel like I'm functioning at about 80%. That's why I'm like, let me get another night's rest, and let me keep doing some exercising and working on it, and we'll keep talking, because obviously that's opening it up. And yeah, we'll get back into it as we do tomorrow. But this definitely had to be addressed, because like I said, they arrested that Diddy Bop. So here we are. And then again, Matthew is running his mouth. And I ain't even gonna say running his mouth. I'm gonna say Variety running they mouth about Matthew. And so, yeah, that's why I just wanted to tap in and tune in with y'all and ask y'all how y'all felt about it. Did he do it? And the poll is at 88% of favor of he absolutely did it. We have 12% that said that he did not. But I also like the fact that Matthew pointed out that while Kelly did not have American commercial success, she most certainly had success overseas. And that's the good thing about there being other parts of the world, because they also look at America like we are dumb, and that's why we politic, because we want to make a good informed decisions about what is going on, the state of our lives, what we're doing in the future, and whatever the case may be. But giving her flowers where they are due, because she definitely does have, a commercial audience overseas. I don't know why I fell flat within America. But like I said, that first album was definitely good. That second album, like I said, I was only really here for the commercial songs versus Beyonce's album. I loved B-Day front to back. Like I said, it wasn't until 4 where I was just kind of like, this sound is a little different. And I think that's at the time where Matthew was no longer the manager. I think that was the first album, if I'm not mistaken, where he was no longer her manager. Like I said, I'm not certain, so don't hold me to it, but I think that was also the change in sound, now that I'm kind of just thinking out loud.
Kelly Rowland has decided to address this issue within herself in the past. In 2013, in an interview with cnikki.com,
because 2013 is crazy, because baby, over 10 years ago, it's 2024. But okay.
Acknowledged a period of...
Because that's literally how I'm looking behind the scenes. For real, just like that. Okay, but she acknowledged
insecurity about her look. Even as it was coveted by many of her fans and admirers, she said, "You know what? I had great women in my life to help me overcome that. I remember I went through a period where I didn't embrace my chocolateness." Rowland attributed her changes of attitude in part to conversation with Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles, and I'm glad that she had that conversation.
I am glad that she had that conversation, because that's exactly what I was about to say. Because, again, especially during this time, the world was not accepting of women the darker they were. And again, they're just now starting to get hip to it, which is, I mean, mind-boggling and insane. But again, racially ambiguous, fair skin, because even look at her, racially ambiguous, like, you want to know what she's mixed with, where she's from. That's how you look at it. Like, you look at her and you know that she's a black woman, but again, she's given racially ambiguous, and that's kind of what the world was accepting of. The more whitewashed you were, the better, which is why even in makeup, you know, they were always, even though they are highlighting her features, and this does look great, especially for a natural face, but I'm just like, I feel like they could have given this a softer blend right here, just blended this just line right here, just a little harsh, but had that blend been a bit more seamless, because even the lashes are perfect, the whitening of the eyeliner, especially because during that time that was a thing to make your eyes seem more open, but for me it never did. If I just accentuate by highlighting the inner corners, that's what makes me look more, my eye more open and awake. But yeah, there was a time where I loved this too, especially during this time. She's got her bottom lashes mascaraed on. I mean, this stunning, beautiful, I mean, love it. But again, the world was still not accepting of this woman as she was. She still was seen as having masculine features. Even Sierra was somebody that was kind of like this as well, darker skinned, you know, the features feature, but people found it masculine in this particular time, which is quite unfortunate that I'm telling y'all. Like, y'all can see, let me remove the chat real quick so y'all can see everything that I'm talking about as I am giving y'all my analysis of the time period of what was, you know, racially ambiguous and more light and whitewash versus what was even not accepted in there. I mean, this woman is not even that dark. I mean, she's brown, yes, but I mean, it's not like she is as dark as her hair. Like, she is a beautiful woman, but again, even for this time period, racially ambiguous, light was in, it's still somewhat like that now, but the world is trying to get better, and people like me are, you know, being the change that we wish to see in the world. So join the vibe, tribe, subscribe, all that good stuff.
With Beyonce's mother, and I don't know, not so much of Beyonce's father, and I will tell you guys why. Now, if you guys want me to get into in a separate video, Kelly Rowland, on how she was basically raised with Beyonce, she was basically really Beyonce's sister because her mother gave her up at an early age.
I'm like, we know that, but I'm like, is that what she's saying she wants to get into? Because again, the fact that she is giving us stuff that is from, you know, prior times. Like I said, I don't know if Variety just came up with this article, if she just stumbled upon this article and that's why she brought it to us. Because again, I'm like, Matthew did not say anything in recent times. I didn't see him say anything in recent times, but I was curious about what Room for Tea had brought to us 9 hours ago. But again, he's another, did he do it? You know, did he say that? Do you believe that he did say, or do you even just believe that, you know, the lighter you are, the better you're treated, especially in entertainment?
To be raised by Beyonce's parents because her mother had a lot that she had to work on her own, but her mother also knew in order for her daughter to be successful, she said that she had this dream that she was going to have to be raised by Beyonce's parents.
And even, like I said, people treating brown-skinned women like Sierra and Kelly, especially because of their features, the way they treated them back in the day. I love that Sierra and Kelly are friends, because that picture that I just had on the screen with Kelly next to Tina looks so much like Sierra. I love that they are besties, because they are in the music. They were scrutinized, chastised, underdogged, undermined, you know. But like she said, like Matthew said, like Room for Tea said, Matthew said, Kelly went off script. And like I said, I could see that because Beyonce stuck to a script that even I wouldn't want to buy to. If they had to tell me I had to be with an older man, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to have to be with a man as old as Jay-Z. Like, especially with a man that shot his brother. No, thank you. Because obviously this man is crazy. No, thank you.
Essentially, obviously, it was a blessing.
And he a serial cheater. Like, you do not have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
In disguise. Even Beyonce's parents say it was a blessing for them to raise Kelly Rowland. But like I said, I'll get into that in a separate video. Now, it's very ironic for Beyonce's father to be talking about this because it seems like he has like a colorist perception himself. I mean, he was doing this interview with Vlad TV, and I will play the interview where he was talking about how he...
Okay, so there was an interview with Vlad TV, and that's why I'm like, I wouldn't see Matthew as a colorist. First of all, I'm like, I guess because he's so brown and he darker now. That's why I'm just like, I really wouldn't see him being that way. But he is a Capricorn, and they could be that way.
Was walking into this party, how when he first met Tina Knowles, he was walking into this party and his initial mindset was, I want to find a woman who's either white or a woman of lighter skin tone. And I guess he wanted...
Oh, so that's how he got with Beyonce mama. He wanted somebody, he specifically chose somebody that was white, or he wanted some, specifically was looking for somebody that was white or of lighter skin tone. I wonder what that's about, and I wonder what he's going to tell us. Because I'm like, what? Because I'm like, I don't even think that he knew that he was going to have kids that were in the entertainment like this. Like, so I can't even say it was for, like, any kids or anything like that. But maybe he just, or maybe he just felt like, maybe he feels like from a colorist perception, not just looks, but he feels just like white or lighter skinned women are easier to deal with. There's that notion. There's that colorist notion. Because... it is colorist because the fact of the matter is it's just esteem. And I hate to say it like that. It just depends on the, that's simply put. It depends on the esteem of the woman that you're dealing with. If her esteem is high, you ain't finna play with her. If her esteem is low, you can walk her like a dog. But I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
To be in a relationship, he wanted to procreate with this woman, which of course he did, and he had Beyonce, but he literally had the goal to be with a lighter woman so he can have a lighter child, so this child could be successful.
Okay, so that's what I was curious about. I'm like, was that the reason? Because like I said, he didn't have kids, but some people, so it wasn't even, just about even the attitude. So it was about his future and his children. So he does, so that is colors. That is extremely colors. Because I'm like, not you saying they have a better future chance of life because they're lighter. Because the world should not be like that. That's the fact of the matter. Now, this is when Beyonce was still wearing her synthetic lace fronts. But this is a pretty good one. It's blended nicely. That's why I'm like, it sits the hairline is nice. That's why I'm like, this was a good one. And I really like the styling of it. The bun looks really good, especially for the Grammys. You know, I like this look.
Isn't that crazy? And then he had Beyonce, and he's basically saying that, yes, I did this on purpose. I had Beyonce. I wanted to have... He said that he thought Tina Knowles was a white woman at first, child.
Now, what's funny is that man did say that, especially for the time period that he would have met her, even before we knew them, because they at least had to be born in the 60s. I'm like, let's see. Matthew Knowles was born in 52. So that's why I'm like, they had to at least met in the 60s or 70s, So whatever, time period it was that they met, I could definitely see why he thought that woman was a white woman. Because like I said, she is racially ambiguous. And she might actively lighten her skin, honey. She's the type of person that do not want to tan, don't want to sit in the sun. She like, keep that. Well, she like SPF 50 immediately.
So he said that he got with Tina Knowles. He had a child with her because he knew that his child was going to be lighter skin, and he did this on purpose, which is completely, like I said, mind-blowing to me, that now he wants to talk about Kelly Rowland and her not being as successful as his daughter because of her skin tone.
Okay. So I was wondering why she brought us this. Okay, so because maybe I was like, I didn't see an interview when I scrolled through it, but I do see it now. Some clips from him. Okay. But yeah, to talk about colorism but then again, I guess that's the time period that he came from. But still, he should have been a stronger willed man to not believe that. Because again, even with Adam, men always want to blame Eve for Adam and that apple. Adam ate that apple too, and he didn't have to. He could have not did that and called her out for it, but he ate it. So the fact that he decided to even play into these ideologies and have not one but two children, and I'm sure he wanted one of them to be his son, child. But I'm like, but he'll take the girls. He was just like, child, they light skin. That's all that matter. Is beyond me. That, like she said, can't believe he said this. But I mean, but it's just like, child, you a mess for saying this. Put it like that. Because did he do it? Yes, he did.
I began dating either all white or extremely light complexion black women. I mean, when I saw Tina, I met her at a party, and you see somebody at a party and you think they're white, but I consciously thought she was white.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I do recall this coming out about him saying this, because that man really, really said that. Like he said, I consciously thought she was white. And again, this is what he was looking for, even at a party, a white or like. Because I'm like, Lotto mix up. I wonder if that's how Shane felt too. Because even with the age gap of Shane being older than Lotto mama, she was like 15. Shane was like 17, 18, whatever the case may be. I'm hoping he was 17 because they said he was 18. That's what they said. But even Kirk and Rashida was in high school. Kirk was picking her up from high school in them big cars, like she said. I was just like, child, a mess, y'all, because YouTube, it be everything on here, child. I love it. So I'm like, we going to hang out and tell y'all about it. We'll react to it. Y'all can watch it on your own in the watch later or whatever the case may be.
I have to say, once I met her, it was very clear that she was a very conscious black woman. But who's tackled it the most in our family is Solange.
That is funny. I got to go back. Because look, he say consciously, even when he's looking at it with his eyeballs, she's looking like a white woman. Because again, she is racially ambiguous. But he said once he got to know her, because again, that's why I'm like, it's all about self-esteem. It's all about, self-esteem. Yeah, because child, white, black, whatever the case may be, it's all about how that woman feels about herself. How she has built herself up, because people will try to tear you down, but how she has built herself up, because sometimes others won't build you up, but one thing about it, God will, Jesus will, and you can definitely start to believe in it yourself, okay? So there's that. But yeah, because I'm like, and then what he said about Solange, because then he said, because he's trying to say Solange the darkest or the most notable black woman, which is true. And maybe that's why Beyonce tries to act so, whitewashed and polished, because that's what Matthew raised her in, because that's what he expected. And that's why she had to be in all them pageants as a kid. Oh my God. Yeah, she was definitely on some white people time. He was giving them the white people life, which I can't say there's anything wrong with it, because I grew up in the white people life as well. Y'all knew I grew up very suburban, still very suburban. So there's that.
Very clear that she was a very conscious black woman. But who's tackled it the most in our family is Solange.
And I do believe that.
Yeah. And then he want to say tackly. Because
Like
one thing about it is tackly. Because Solange will beat you down with her blackness. And maybe that's the reason why she beats you down with her blackness. Because for so long, she was raised with Matthew, who thinks like this. And I am someone that's like that now. I beat you down with my blackness because my blackness is definitely, because I don't want to say beat you down, but I just want to say my blackness is definitely in your face, because like I said, I grew up suburban. I grew up, whitewashed. I grew up called an Oreo. All of those things. It did, to the point where I'm like, the switch happened. I'm not really even certain. because I know when I went to an HBCU for college, because I had gone to predominantly white schools for elementary, middle, and high school. I went to college preparatory schools, kind of like, the boarding schools or whatever the case may be, but like the public version of it, the best of the best schools in the nation. So yeah, I went to whitewash schools growing up that were college preparatory schools. So when I went to college and I went to a historically black college or university, because I went to Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, I was in their PharmD program. It was culture shock, to say the least. I felt so out of place. I went there like I was going to Auburn, like I wanted to. You would think that I was going to FSU, the way I maneuvered, the way I acted, the way I dressed, all of that stuff. And I think that's kind of, I don't even want to say what kind of, I guess that is what kind of made me realize my blackness is when I really went to college, because college also was a culture, not even a culture shock, but just a shock for me in itself, because as somebody that is still spoiled to this day, as somebody, again, that grew up suburban, I was never ready to take care of myself. Mind you, I did have my college inheritance with me, so I had money in a sense. It wasn't like I went to college broke, but I had money. I never had to take care of myself and manage my own finances. So all of that was not something that I was willing to do. I'm still trying to get better at it after 3 decades of living. So there's that, because I'm still spoiled to this day. So yeah, that's just the way the world was. Again, it was just like, yeah, everything was whitewashed, everything was shelter your child, and no one was really, and I think they tried to do that because they tried to not prepare us for where we are now. But there was that whole woke shift in things. There was that whole, there was that. So, and I won't say that started my blackness at all either, because I wasn't even on the woke train at all. Like that totally bypassed me. Yeah, maybe it was when I was 26, because I'm 32 now. Because I remember when I was 26, that was the first time where I had to deal with my first issue of racism. Because again, even with me living in a white neighborhood my whole life and going to predominantly white schools, I had never had to deal with the racism aspect of things. But on my 26th birthday, someone called the police on me, and it was just like a whole, something was made out of nothing. It was just, come shut this party down. I mean, I had unicorn balloons at 26 years old. We were just hanging out at a pool. It was the community pool for the apartment complex that I rented. I rented the pool in the community, clubhouse for a private party. So, I mean, we were there until like midnight. I rented it. It was like from 6 to 10. But again, it's a community pool. So, I didn't live there, but my cousin lived there. So, that's how we rented it. So, yeah, we were just there till midnight, still vibing at the end of the night, just hanging out. And, yeah, some woman decided that she didn't like that for us, called the police on us. And I didn't notice it, because even my guest that was there, one of my friends to this day, she be tuning into my lab sometimes too. She was just like, you don't see that woman being like weird, suspicious, and I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, we're in this nice, good neighborhood. You ain't really got to worry about nothing, because I'm not used to having those type of issues. Again, I've been alive at that point 26 years, and that was the first time something that happened to me where somebody was just like, come and shut this party down, and the police came and was just like, the pool rules, or like the pool is closed or whatever. But it's just like, even still as a guest, or I mean even as a resident and guest of this place, like you just won't let people sit by the pool is insane to me. Like, really just not minding her business.
On a class, he did a study, and I do believe this study because we see it now in the music industry, where it seems like a lot of these successful artists are of a lighter skin tone.
And that's very true. And I'm glad they even said, because like they said, they showed older pictures of the girls that have already been in the industry, like the Mariah, the Rihanna, they did say Beyonce, whoever, Nicki, just the lighter skinned women. And I'm glad they even brought up the girls that are out now, like the Lotto, because all of these girls mixed. She the only one that say she is black, and she is from the hood. But cause even her cousin said it. That's what the cousin said, not me. But yeah, her. I don't know if she's mixed. I'm not certain because I don't really don't care for her at all. But we know she's mixed. She's mixed. But the lighter skinned, women in the industry definitely do get the notoriety because there are amazing artists. Even like JT in rapping is great. Doechii is great in rapping. Flo Milli is great in rapping. There are so many dark skinned women that don't get the recognition that they so rightfully deserve in the manner that it's deserved, because they'll promote people like Miss Red Girl, but not people, like I said, that actually come with talents in artistry like the people that I named. Or y'all always want some type of overly sexual gimmick to go along with it, and these girls that are just giving y'all straight bars, is not being handled well, not being picked up, any of that.
Especially within the women, because they feel like that's what's favorite.
And I love this piece on Doja. Like, whoever created this, I absolutely love it.
And I'm really happy to see more dark-skinned artists, more brown-skinned girls coming up in the music industry. But let's not act like this is not around. Of course, this is shocking. Of course, it's made news.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, because exactly, I named Flo Milli, who literally looks like Missy. But yeah, she's not coming with gimmicks and antics like a Megan, who's over here behind the chat, a Miss Spice Girl. She's coming with straight bars. And because of the way she looks, even people want to tell her that she looks too, like they was telling Missy, they act like the features don't feature, but the features definitely feature.
Headlines when Beyonce's father decided to speak out and say something, but it's really not that shocking because it's been going on for years. And I'm glad that he decided to point out even some of the makeup work that they did on Whitney Houston.
Yeah. It is good that, we do address these things, because moving forward, we definitely don't want things to be like this in the future, because we really, especially in America, need to be the United States. It don't be united enough for me, so unite.
They were trying to make her lighter, all because they wanted to cater to this perception of lighter is better. That's why artists like Doechii, Flo Milli.
Exactly, girls that I've named. But even him saying that the artists, they wanted to cater to, the white audience, because at the same time, even though the black dollars are the black dollars that spend, because even though black people live off welfare, they'll spend every dollar that they get. That's why they still be living off welfare, because it's just like, save up, don't get nothing. Move out, get off of Section 8, get off of welfare, or create something, invest in something to create something better for your life if you don't want to work for nobody. But they feel like the white dollar is the dollar. The white dollar is the right dollar. But the black dollar spends. So that's the fact of the matter.
We really have to root for them a little more than we root for anybody else, because there's automatically, like I said, this study and this perception that women of darker skin tone don't really get the attention that they need.
Right. That's very true. That's very true. That's why even I was about to say Doechii again. Money Long. Yeah, she has to. I mean, she's been trying to find her way. She thought she was gonna get some money in pop, because the white dollar is the right dollar, but they did not accept her in her darker skin, even though her music was. I mean, it was. I ain't even gonna say it wasn't accepting, because I do remember waking up to her little dollhouse video on MTV, VH1, stuff like that. But the R&B is, just now getting hip to her, and she's been making music. Like I said, I remember waking up to her in high school, and that was 2008, 2009, 2010 era of things.
Because of skin tone, all because of colorism, and I'm so tired of colorism within the music industry. The purpose of this video was not to only call out what Beyonce's father said and what he brought to our attention, but basically bring to people's attention that this needs to stop.
Okay, because like I said, I wonder why she was bringing this to our attention. But like I said, it is good to have these conversations for the very exact reasons that have been mentioned. Because it's dying down, but the fact that it was prevalent, it's just like we have to be aware of these things, so that way we don't do this in the future.
Colorism in the music industry really needs to stop, and also we can make a difference, like I said, by supporting these dark skin and brown skin artists more than we do. Like I said, it's continuously happening, it's still going on, but it takes us as fans, us as the people behind the scenes, to make the difference and really root for these dark skin and brown skin girls.
Very true. And that's definitely what it is. You definitely have to show your support. Definitely tap into their streams. Definitely tap into my Rate the Rhymes playlist on my channel, as well as the Watch Later. But for the rap girlies, you can tune into the Rate the Rhymes playlist so you can watch the live streams of the rhymes that we have rated, the videos of which we rated, the videos that I will rate in the future. I try to actively update it. It is pretty updated, but it does have, a good amount of videos on there, especially as far as music is concerned.
Shout out to Kelly Rowland, because in my eyes, I do feel like Kelly Rowland was very successful, and she's an icon to me myself. Now, do I feel like she's attained the same success as Beyonce? No, obviously she hasn't.
Right, and I do agree with that. Kelly Rowland is definitely iconic, but Beyonce is cementing herself in that legendary status, because Beyonce is iconic, but she's done things to break records, but she's not at the Michael Jackson, we're going to talk about you long after you, like generations to come. The music is not that good. Her personal life, people are invested into who she is, but as far as the music, it doesn't resonate long after her passing. So she's cementing herself to that status, and that's how I identify legendary versus iconic versus, like people like Toni Braxton that are living legends, because the music will always be timeless. Beyonce's music to me is not timeless. It's very dated. And I think that's, why I definitely consider her iconic, because the music is dated, because she hasn't cemented herself in the music. In her personal life, yes, people are invested, but again, I don't even know, even after her passing, how invested they'll be in her personal life. And that's why these celebrities be like, don't focus on my personal life, because it is about the music. At the end of the day, they were right. Yeah, because whatever Michael did in his personal life is whatever, but the music still hits.
To me, she's still absolutely gorgeous. I mean, oh my gosh, Kelly Rowland is always serving. She is gorgeous. She's been gorgeous, but it's just unfortunate that people see it as, or people didn't really take her as serious, and we're seeing it now, and it's being said now, and even by, the manager of Destiny's Child saying that, it was because of her skin tone. So, like I said, this needs to stop within the music industry, and it really takes us. I know they're saying the higher ups, they control everything, but it really is us.
I was about to say, because the power is in the people, which is why we have these live chats, not just for, pop culture and topics like this, but also for the politics, because it's also an election year. So we have to make sure that the power of the people is in the hands of the people that have some intelligence. Because again, even on my polls, we do the polls because I always want to tap into y'all's minds, see what y'all thinking, whatever the case may be. I'm like, for the most part, y'all have been in favor of Trump, which I can't support. But again, just the fact that there are some that are not in favor and are in favor of a liar is, again, quite telling on your part, honey.
And it's really us people behind the scenes, us with people we call little people, who really control.
Because we are definitely not the little people. We are legit the power of the people. Like, seriously. The power definitely lies in our hands. We are the big people. They are the collective, and they are the little people. But we are the people, because we even put them in the power. We even put them in the seats. That's why I'm like, vote for me, Katie for Congress.
This system. So let's go ahead and do what we have to do and support our brown skin and dark skin girlies. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about this in the comment section below. Do you actually believe that the reason why Kelly Rowland didn't attain as much success as Beyonce is because of her skin tone, or do you feel like that's just completely not true? Let me know in the comment section. Once again, thank you for watching.
Okay, so yeah, and like I do, shout out to us being live with the vibe. Shout out to everybody that's live in the chat, all that. But I'm like, I do just want to get into the comments, because y'all know, outside of y'all, those are my co-hosts. And it says, now we know who really broke up the group. Oh, Matthew? A person who wasn't even a part of the group with a colorist behind. What's crazy is he can't even keep a light or dark-skinned woman. So color shouldn't even matter to him. Girl, and this was 1 minute ago. Because you play. I can agree with that. Because, like, you probably was playing into them behind the scenes. Like he said, she didn't stick with the script. That's why I said, what was the script? Somebody said, okay, We already, that's why Beyonce came out with the brown skinned girls. Go watch Black is King. Black girls are winning now. Moving on. Child, okay, heard that because Black is King was good. But again, it was something that had to grow on me because again, since 4, all of her music has had to grow on me. And it says, another commenter says, yes, I actually believe Beyonce's success is partially credited to her light-skinned complexion. It's a shame Mr. Knowles didn't use this group to try and challenge and change the dynamics or industry beauty standards. It's funny, he was seeking a white woman when he found Miss Tina. Especially because she, and I'm not talking about the comment, but I'm just adding to this comment, especially because, like he said, he was seeking to have a white or light-skinned woman. And yeah, he found out in Miss Tina, but she, like he said, it was very clear that when he got to know her, she was a black woman. And that's what you get. Amen. So Miss Kelly has always been so beautiful and talented, the commenter says, and I do agree. I really enjoy her as a solo artist. The darkest mainstream woman I can think of is Meg. It's really sad, and I'm going to go do my own research and create a feed of my own. It's easy to follow, and that's why I'm like, check out my Rate the Wrongs playlist because I've always been for the rap girlies because I'm like, as far as limelight, yes, it does get as dark as Meg, but there are other girls. So tap into the playlist on my channel. Subscribe for the vibes and all that. Subscribe to help me pay my taxes, y'all. Yeah, for real. And it says, it's another, the commenter says, not another, but the commenter goes on to say, it's easy to follow what's in front of you every day, but I'm going to unsubscribe from a lot of channels and be very intentional about following and subscribing. Baby, you should have been done now before 2024. I'm like, the fact that it took this for you to get there, I mean, I'm glad something clicked, but yeah. See what I'm saying? How the power lies in the people, and this how the people think like it took for this to get you there. Again, glad you're there, but Jesus, okay, Jesus be with us. If supply and demand are still relevant, eventually supply will change to meet the demand. Hopefully I can curate something really beautiful and get a whole new vibration from my socials. Child, I'm talking about SZA is also mainstream. But that's also because SZA got her entire body done. That's the reason why she's mainstream. SZA, when she had weight on her and was chubby SZA, was getting love from a very particular audience, and it was the alt audience. Let's be very clear. It was the white and alt audience. Somebody said, yeah, they agree 100% pretty much. Somebody said, well, if that's the case, that's the music industry's fault. That is why they are going broke. It's about talent. Amen. The majority of light-skinned ladies in the industry have no talent or aren't selling. And that's the facts of the matter. Have no talent. You may be a pretty face, but there's no substance behind it. Matthew Knowles needs to talk about those brown-skinned babies he's making everywhere. This is not new. And that's definitely, all the facts of the matter. We all know they put the light bright, almost white in the far front. That's true. I mean, yeah, we knew this. Talking about we knew this, though. That's why I'm like, yeah, we knew this. Colorism does exist and is prevalent. However, Beyonce is more talented than Kelly is, hands down. I don't believe that. Because one thing about it is Kelly can outdance. Kelly can outsing. I mean, there are some notes and octaves that Beyonce can hit that Kelly just does not in the same way. But to say that Beyonce is more talented, I don't even think Beyonce would say that. Beyonce knows that Kelly is competition. Beyonce knows that it is not a knockout when it comes to performing, entertaining, singing, dancing, all of that against Miss Calendra Rowland. So there's that. Beyonce can sing and dance her soft, period, which is true, but again, to a certain extent. Says, if Lauryn Hill did make it back then in the 90s, why, couldn't Kelly? I think Matthew put more focus into Beyonce and Kelly, to put more focus onto Beyonce, and Kelly admitted that she had low self-esteem and compared herself to Beyonce in the Dirty Laundry song. Well, again, if what we know now from Matthew, again, if she grew up in that, I could only imagine what the case may have been for her mentally, especially with that not being her dad and the way that he thinks just as a man, okay? And she already don't have a man, and this is like, he's a good man to her in a financial aspect, but then just having to hear this kind of stuff, especially with Beyonce. And I know Beyonce was just like, don't listen to him. Because that really is her sister best friend. She's not like that in an aspect when it comes to Beyonce, Kelly, Solange, their dynamic in relationship and living together. But again, you talking about, you don't even have to think about talking about why couldn't Kelly. They told us why. He told us why. He said she went off script, whatever that script may be. Says Beyonce did make B-Day album, and she is Creole, and her sister Solange is Creole. Yeah, we know that. Nikki is light caramel, and that's so funny calling her light caramel. Caramel is brown. Caramel is not light, and that's why she specifically said light caramel. See, people always be thinking they doing something. Like, somebody said, I listen to Kelly just as much as Beyonce. Kelly has some serious, amazing bangers like this, When Love Takes Over, Motivation, Commander, which is very true. And that's why I'm like, even Stole. I mean, that's why I said day one, first album, it was good. I mean, I was watching, I mean, again, I will get on YouTube and watch the Stole video just for nostalgia of being a kid, because that came out when I was a kid. Someone said, that's not why she's not beautiful. And you a lie. I'm going to like that. I mean, dislike that. But yeah, people just blame colorism on everything. Sometimes you're just not working hard enough for others. There's lots of dark-skinned women reaching the top. I hate all this constant whining about skin tone. Maybe it's just you individually. Whatever, girl. They're both boring, and they sabotaging Kelly and practically shove Beyonce down everyone's throat. Dang, not they're boring. I'm just like, goodness, glad he's admitting what we already know. So really, that was his intention from the get-go. It was him as to why Kelly didn't get further. Yeah, that's what I'm like, yeah, he definitely had a hand in it, even though, like someone said, he didn't lie, because Diddy lied. No, that's the case. So I pretty much, agree with what's going on in the comments.
Learn
Diddy
more
do
below.
it?
So I'm
Whoa.
like, do I have the well, hold on, let's just go into it, because going into
Where
what
am I
is
at?
the creative connections, it says this new, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, Amazon, when it, like I said, I'm looking for this little link for the fan, the fan that I was talking about. But then when I saw that talking about,
Y'all,
it's Prime Day, sign up to be a member if you want free shipping bonus. Yeah,
I have no
Hey.
idea what's
Start
going
clicking.
on.
That's why I was just like, y'all,
Hold on, y'all. Let me put you
I
on
think
the
it started on
lobby.
the 17th, and it's only the 7th, so you definitely have a good amount of time to tap into these extra commissions.
All right, y'all. I'm back because, yeah, I just was not certain what was going on with why my feature video was playing in the background of my channel. I'm like, I'm on it, but we also on live, so I really was not certain why it was doing that. But that is pretty much going to sum up this live chat and react of did he do it? Y'all know, like I said, I personally believe that he did. So be sure that you like, share, subscribe, tell your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, everybody that you know, everybody that you see, to come hang out on live with God and KD live daily. I am going to go ahead and start my dramatic exit now. I'm also going to tap into the poll results behind the scenes while y'all are still here. Of did he do it? We have 88% in favor of him doing it, 12% of favoring him not doing it. So that's going to end the poll pretty much here for today's live. So we'll go ahead and get into our Course in Miracles and end this live. And then, like I said, I'll be back later because I do have a Snapchat Partners Summit that I am going to today. It is virtual, so I will let y'all come with me so we can kind of see what this summit is going to be about for Snapchat partners, creators, all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into our Course in Miracles, and then we'll go ahead and head out until we talk to y'all later. But our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as God's children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. because I'm just like, hold on. I'm like, we are born to make manifest the glory of God within us. I'm like, did I say there is nothing enlightening about shrinking? I'm like, hold on, y'all, because y'all know we want to learn about heart by January 2025. But our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as God's children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously allow others the permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Right. And that's definitely what it is. Because I'm like, I don't know why. I really couldn't remember my Course in Miracles. But yeah, now I remembered it because I'm behind the scenes always trying to be a one-woman revolution. So again, with that being said, y'all know it's all love, baby. Again, the poll is in 88% in favor of him doing it. 12% said that he did not. I don't know what y'all be thinking, but thank y'all for tuning in. And come back and hang out with me on my next live chat and react. Again, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in live and the live replay, all of that, whatever the case may be. Y'all know if no one loves you, God loves you, Jesus loves you. I love you if you love them, and in turn, you will then begin to love yourself. So with that being said, be good, be great. I'll be back later. And yeah, that's it for us. Spread love, because that's what a real mob do. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people, because that's what real gangsters do. Y'all know it's all love, baby. Kisses and toodles. KD is clocking out. Until later.